competition. Oh, wait, no, let's go. Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody right now. What's going on, everybody? Yo, bro, we got the Charizard. Let's go. No. I'm hoping we can get at least 12 people in here. We just hit 1K live on the stream. Is Rev really rating right now? 3,000 people in chat right now.
25th, right?
You're what?
I'm baking you an apple pie for the 25th.
Oh, okay. We're live now, by the way. We're
Oh, now we are?
Yeah, we've been hi everybody. Welcome in. We've just been talking the whole time. That's a hell of a way to start the podcast. I'm baking you an apple pie, by the way.
Baking you.
I was like, yeah, that's random. But okay.
I was gonna say it's gonna have the hole in the middle too, but
It's not a big hole, but the point is, it's there.
It's there. It's there for spirit.
You just gotta look really hard.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in to episode 24, I believe, of our podcast. We're doing another group podcast today. In the building right now, we do have 026 Gonzo coming fresh off DPM raid. Shout out to Gonzo on that. Yes. And we also have our man, Pokemon Shed, Aussie fam, literally in the building. Like we've seen him in the chat plenty of times, but he's in the building today as well. And underneath me, we have KFC, Kentucky Fried Charizard, on duty at the moment in here saying what's up.
Duty.
What's going on, legends?
Hey, Katie Jade in here on the, hey, welcome to the Corner Squad. Thank you so much for membering up. Welcome in. Katie said hello to Pokemon Shed in here as well. Team Pocket in the building. Tan Fan, Dizzy, Hippie, Professor, Metri, Math, HX, Laura, Stephen Kahn was in here, Clamp Fan, all you guys coming through. Appreciate you guys. Ricky, Gonzo rocking that fresh shave, babyface assassin. Hey, Ricky, you're not wrong. Look at him. He just shaved right before the stream.
It's not fresh shaved. I'm just fat and sweaty.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Get you in here bowling. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for being in here today. We're going to be talking about Pokemon. We're going to be talking about content creation, all that. The normal things we do on the group podcast until it kind of spirals out of control and we lose control of everything. Anything.
It's not my fault. Never my fault.
Yeah. But since Shed is his first time in here to any capacity, appreciate you, Shed. What time is it over there? I know I kind of asked you this before, but tell the people.
It is 9:35 a.m. Wednesday.
It is Wednesday over there, isn't it? Hey, I forget that Australia lives in the future, so appreciate you coming through early morning future. Shed, you have, how long have you been making YouTube videos, man?
It's just been 12 months now. So we've just ticked a year. So it's going well. Like, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I love the whole streaming side of things. I just love to engage and have a chat with people from all around the world, which obviously you just wouldn't get that opportunity prior. So, you know, I'm loving it, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I have been fortunate enough to meet, a lot of people from Australia, from the UK, different parts of the world. And without a doubt, we wouldn't, any of us in here, I'm sure, have met people internationally, and we wouldn't be able to meet anybody if we were just stuck at our house,
Yeah.
So from Australia, that comes with a lot of set of challenges, I feel like. I think we were talking about the time difference, off the bat. And I know that the Australian side of things, like all the streamers on that side, you guys are pretty close knit, I feel like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spot on. I think there's probably about 8 to 10 of us that are in like a tight group.
Okay.
So we have like our group chats and we try to help each other out with, video ideas, your YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that. And it's a really, really great bunch. So that helps a lot, because when I first started, I couldn't turn on my bloody computer, so now
sorry, Gonzo still can't.
That's right. So yeah, like you've got like your good times, Adam P, Jolie. There's some awesome Australian streamers, so it's good.
And when you first started, so you said you've been doing this about a year now.
Yeah.
What did you start off with? Did you go like just off the rip? Did you start doing live streams? Actually, well, you had to get to a certain amount first to get to live streams. But what were you doing? Were you just doing pre-recorded content? Did you have a different channel before you started Pokemon? Give some background on that.
So it was a spontaneous start. So me and my son, he loves Rev, he loves Volt, and he was like, Dad,
Yeah.
why don't you do it? Well, I said, I don't think it's that easy, mate. And then all of a sudden, I just filmed a short with Jack, and then we just made some shorts for a while and enjoyed that. Then we sort of went from 25 subscribers to 400, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, well, if I can make a few people smile, then that's awesome. And then it just sort of grew from there, and then I posted my first actual long form. And obviously that was an absolute disaster because I tried to clip it all and I sucked at it. So, and then it went to about 800, 1,000, and then I started to do my streams from there.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. From like right around 1,000. So what was like one of the biggest challenges that you had, when you were going through that? So I'm hearing that you did like a lot of the shorts, and then you went into like the long form content on your first stream. Was there like, what was the challenges with the first stream? Because there's always something that goes wrong or it just doesn't work out properly.
Well, in the first stream, I didn't really plan for it too much. I flipped my phone like on the side and I pushed live. Yeah. And I went live off of the phone. I didn't have any music. I didn't have a face cam. I didn't have, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So,
hey, it's fine, as you should. The first time you go live, it's just like the first time I went live, it was just my hand cam off my phone as well too. So I didn't have any setup. The hardest part is trying to actually make it happen. So,
so, and that's why I just thought, I'll just go live. I'll just do it. I might have fun. I might, and it's always been a little bit of a challenge because I've had a bad speech as a kid and now as well. But it's improved a lot just because of the lives.
Nice.
Because I talk in more. So that's awesome. And then each stream I've just tried to improve one small thing at a time, So
as you should, man. I mean, if you think about everything at the same time, you're like, okay, I need to improve this, and this. You can get overwhelmed pretty easily.
Overwhelming, yeah.
It can be a lot. It can be a lot. So if you just take one little thing, especially early on too, like if you rewatch yourself on the live stream, which is something like usually you don't really want to do. Like I hate rewatching my own stuff.
That's not my thing.
I hate rewatching it, but every once in a while you should like rewatch it. See like what mannerisms you're doing or what's going on, and like how you can improve on something, whether it's like the way you say your speech. So you say you've been improving on your speech like just by doing this, by talking over and over again, or whatever you're doing with your body. Like literally, like you could be doing some weird. I've done some weird shit. I'm like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? I need to stop doing that. Or there's a specific word I say.
I did just look at myself up top, and I was like this before, like a creep. I'm like, what are you doing, shit?
He's a good, like Mr. Burns over here.
I can miss it. Excellent.
It was. I'm like, oh no.
Hey, but thank you guys, everybody, for being in here. If you guys are just joining us, this is 026 Gonzo. This is Pokemon Shed right over here. We got KFC underneath us right over here too. Switching gears a little bit, Gonzo. How you feeling, man? You kind of coming off a nice little wave for the channel. So how's that been for you?
I'm still on a high right now because I like when DPM rated me the first time, I knew it was coming because Dan asked in chat. He made it as clear as possible. Like, hey, I'm gonna get Dan Pat to raid you. Okay, like cool. I'm expecting it. Like that's why like when even in the short that Jay gracefully words that he worded me, because I know them.
See, 026 Gonzo can't speak either.
That's why I joined the military. Me no smart. He, like, you can tell, like, I was like, I don't know how to react because I knew it was coming. It wasn't like a surprise compared to yesterday when he raided me. I'm like, oh, this is happening. Damn, okay. Hello everybody. Like, but it was crazy because in like it didn't hit me until after the stream again, like, oh my God, that happened. And I was able to keep so many, like, yeah, when it started at 400 and then it dropped down to like 200 really quick. So I expected that.
Yeah.
But I was able to, the amount of people I was able to hold was insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially on a podcast, going the most difficult thing I would say is that like when you're getting rated on the podcast, which switching over from like an opening type of giveaway, it's very difficult to keep any type of retention, you know, on a raid going over to a podcast. So, you know, go ahead.
Because I was gonna say, like, just look at the numbers by itself of how many people entered. Because on average, he has about 800 to 1,300 people in his live streams right there. So he's like, all right, time to raid. We're ending. Yeah. And so that dropped half of his viewership right there if you saw the 400. But it's still like, you're right. It went from opening to, hey, we're just going to talk some shit.
We're just going to talk and
somebody.
Chat.
Yeah. But I think what makes it easy, though, is the people are sticking around, or they're not always going to be the same people from your chat or someone else's, but it's people who acknowledge, like, oh, I want to be part of this community and I want to have a discussion with these guys. And that's what happened. And that's what continues to happen. But I texted him, or not texted him, I DM'd him. Like,
dang, you guys got it like that already?
On stream one day.
You guys got it like that already?
Yeah, we're like
Pat?
this. No, I DM'd him. I was like, hey man, you do know you're gonna make me cry on stream, right? Like, because as soon as you get me to that one where I have to, from now on, doesn't say 100, it says 1 point whatever. Like, I'll cry on stream.
I hope I'm there for that.
It's crazy.
I want to see the tears.
No, and you can like, yes,
the tears.
Yeah, it's so I'm still on a little bit of a high from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm grateful. Yeah. Like, from anybody because Woody rated me last week, or during the group chat one that I had, he rated me. It brought 4 people over, but that's still 4 people that are now there.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm always going to be grateful no matter what the numbers are.
Yeah. I mean, like, you got to be too, especially because you had like new people in there interacting with the chat, not just, you know, sticking around to listen, but there was new people in there interacting, you know, talking there, which is, I mean, really what you want. You want people to be interactive with everything. And Pidgey Boy's in the building right here too.
Yeah. Yeah, and that did help, is the person I was talking to, that we were able to, because I'm not gonna lie, you and I talked about it the other day when it was just you and I over the phone. It does, depending on the person you have on the other side with you, helps tremendously. And thankfully the Pidgey Boys were so good and easy to talk to, and even to talk to the chat when we were busy screwing around. Yeah. Yeah.
They could definitely hold a conversation and keep it fun and interactive. Pidgey Boys, shout out to them. KFC's in here right now. KFC, can you hear me? Yo, hey man, congratulations to KFC guys for getting monetized and eligible and becoming a YouTube partner. So definitely congratulations to you, man.
I appreciate that, man. It's a big step.
Yeah.
Especially for really as long as I've only been doing the Pokemon content.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we talked a little bit about it on Gonzo's live. I think it was Gonzo's live. It was all of us. We were just hanging out and kind of talked about it. Was for under a year for reaching what I've reached, and it's I'll be honest, I don't think it's because I'm an amazing content creator, but I've applied what I learned from my other monetized channel to this. And I found out in 3 years what worked on that channel to get monetized, and brought it to Pokemon. Yeah. And it just, it fits. And so, but I'm enjoying it. And again, I'll say this till I ever stop doing this. Jay, you're one of the big influences that got me on the side of the Pokemon content. I was just making pre-recorded, so
I was like, why don't you just stream over here, man?
Oh man, I was caught up in the chaos, man. I was attracted to the chaos of
the
those
degeneracy of drip.
Oh man, yeah, the toxicity.
The toxicity of drip. Yeah, that's a terrible dad joke, guys. Don't clip it, please. Please don't.
I liked it.
I liked it.
Well, give me all the dad jokes. I need all of them because I have to learn.
Oh
He
man,
has to start taking notes.
how much longer until you were dad, man? Well, you were dad already. You somebody's daddy. But how much longer until your kid is in this world?
So this will be my first non-illegitimate kid. I'm gonna stick around for this one, I think. So,
if not, I could use a gallon of milk. I'm just saying.
Don't clip that, but I do got to get some smokes. So, no, but yeah, no, I believe she's due in like December 8th is what they gave us. So, I'm excited. I'm freaking excited, man.
Hey man, that's awesome. That's really awesome, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it changes. Your life changes when you have a kid, and so I'm like excited. But now I'm going to be a girl dad, so now I'm like, all right,
that's going to change you a lot.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell that you weren't a girl dad already. I'm really excited for it though, because I know for a lot of people, the firstborn changes a lot of people a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a girl. But it's not as bad as most people make it out to be, or even what I made it sound like. You're not going to change your whole personality overnight. It's going to slowly change, but it's always going to be for the better. And for anybody out there, not just KFC, anybody who's going to be a first-time parent, those family and the friends that are like, you never see us anymore. The kid changed you. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
They want to hang out with you and they want to be your friends, and that's fine. But if they really cared about you, they would understand that you have somebody else who cannot take care of themselves that you now have to take care of. And it's Gonzo is my daddy, says Grumpy.
Of course, Grumpy.
And don't you forget it.
Hey, fella Chris in here on the 8-month membership. Appreciate you, man. Don't mean to be rude, but let's get a sneaker check. Hey, man, I just got socks on. I'll be 100% honest. I just got the socks on.
For Laura.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
Whoa. This is the wrong platform for all that.
Clip that for me, please.
Rio, what's going on, Rio?
Actually, clip it for Laura. I know how much Laura likes that stuff. I got a question for Shed, though. So I don't know, because Shed is not the first time I've seen it on your channel, especially for the Aussies. Because Poke Shed used to be a guy that used to be his channel. Now he's the Anime Shed. And I've seen a couple other people with whatever Shed. Is Shed a nickname for people, or is Shed like an actual term that we just don't know about as Americans?
No, Shed is
a fucking shed.
A building. It's a fucking tool shed. It's a tool shed.
So what the fuck? So that's where I assumed we're like, oh, like in America,
like I didn't
shed,
know,
but I don't know what the fuck it is over there, because
no,
you guys drive on the wrong side of the road, so I just assumed it was a fucking toilet. I'm sorry.
No, and a few hit me up on Instagram and they said there's a few new sheds and they're actually called the Poke Shed, and he's a new channel as well. So there's a few, but when I did this, that's just because I live in my shed pretty much. I love being outside. I love to build stuff. Yeah. So I'm always in the shed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's where you got it from right there too.
Yeah.
And had you been collecting Pokemon for quite a bit before you started your channel, or was it kind of like something that you were like you dabbled in a little bit, or what's the background on that?
It was a little bit new. We started with Sword and Shield base.
Modding yourself from my channel.
You started with what?
Sword and Shield base set.
Okay, nice.
Was when we really got into it. Like I did collect as a kid, but I played heaps of sport. Mm-hmm. So I ended up playing sport pretty much every day, and I just didn't have time. Yeah. So I stopped, and then Sword and Shield base, me and Jack started to collect, and then we did our binders, and then it just grew from there. That's all.
Oh, nice, man. So from there, and then you said about a year ago you started your channel, right? So what set was it coming up to when you started your channel?
I reckon it was Celebrations, maybe.
Celebrations. Oh, okay, that's a good set to come back on to. I actually got one of my friends, Trey, to kind of get back into collecting around celebrations. I did him a disservice, and he kind of went balls deep into Pokemon again too. So you guys, a lot of you guys remember watching like the early channel, and then my boy Trey would be in here. We'd be opening up booster boxes, having fun with it, you know, doing giveaways and stuff like that. So it's a good time, and it's a good set for anybody to get back into it. Gonzo, I'm gonna talk to you again.
You sure?
I question myself every single time that you're on the channel. I'm like, why am I friends with this guy? Like, why?
I'm fun.
Why?
And let me remind you, this is me sober. Imagine if I was still drinking.
You would be banned from all platforms, man.
Oh, absolutely.
All platforms. What's your
question?
What do you have going on? So you just hit your 700, right? So it's getting closer and closer to 1K. Are you kind of somebody that kind of just lives in the moment right now? Do you have your mind set on like, okay, like what do I want to be? Where do I want to be at for like the 1K? Do I want to do something special? Because I know anytime you do a live stream, you take it very seriously because you don't stream that often, first off. So you like to do a giveaway every single time you stream. And if you guys aren't like sub to Gonzo or Shed or KFC right here, make sure you do so. All of them do amazing things in the community, very giving, but they also have really good quality content. Gonzo, so like what are your plans going on with that? Because it kind of went from 400 to closer and closer to 1K pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I've had my channel for over 2 years already. So, but it's growing slowly, but it's just now hitting its stride, and it's because of the interviews that I've done, and the podcast. But it's I'm not going to change it completely. I'm still going to open up cards every once in a while. But as far as I am still going to do a tattoo when I get to 1,000 subs. I'm going to get a Raichu Gen 1 Sprite right on my forearm.
Oh, let's go.
Nice.
How big is it going to be? How big is it going to be? You going to take your whole forearm?
No, it's going to be the same size as the tattoo I already have.
Okay,
so
nice.
About 4 to 5 inches.
Okay.
Nothing too big.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And
I was waiting for it.
I was waiting for it. But when I do get to 800 subs, it's going to be a giveaway. 900 subs going to be a giveaway, and of course, at 1,000 there will be a giveaway. And normally I like to do be prepared for it, and I haven't been really because of how quick 5, 6, and 7 came. So I guess I got to stock up. I do want to do some really big giveaways for 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Because those are the last ones before we hit the 1K, and for the 1K. I'm going to give away a UPC that I have, but I'm also going to give away probably some slabs, some other stuff, because it is a big milestone. Yeah,
it's huge. It's good.
Yeah, man.
I do plan on live streaming the tattoo. I'm pretty sure I won't have monetization yet because I'm still very far away from the watch hours. But I will make sure people know that the Streamlabs tip service is on, and I will like that. Obviously,
anytime you guys tip anything, he gets a little dot put anywhere on his body. A tattoo dot anywhere.
That you can choose.
Yeah.
And we can connect the dots after.
Just give me freckles. just giant cock on my face. Thank you. But I'll tip the tattoo artist, but whatever gets donated from that stream will still go to him because what am I going to do with that money? Nothing. I'm going to buy some stuff and give it back to you guys at the end of the day anyway. So why not? And yes, Grumpy, I will give you a kiss goodnight. You don't have to win anything. I'll just give it to you. Same thing with you, Jay. You guys might have to fight for my affection one day.
I'm good.
But yeah, it's going so quick that as far as the channel goes, I'm working on trying to find an editor because I'm awful at it. So if you guys know how to edit, let me know. I'll send some footage to you so we can see what. Obviously, I'll pay you for it. I'm not, even if I don't post it, because if you're doing work for me, I'm gonna pay you. Jay knows this. I don't let.
I tried to do. He told me like, "Hey man, can you make it short?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you. Don't worry." Because he asked me like very properly, how much would it cost? I'm like, I don't know, like I'll do this one for you for free. But I mean, obviously that's just because we've had that we've known each other for a while, and I'm like, I'll just do one for you for free. It's not good, man. So, but he still freaking send me a dono. I'm like, bro, why? Why?
You were like, oh, I'll do it for free. I'm like, bitch, watch until your next live message. So I don't. If you know how to edit, hit me up and we'll work something out. Maybe, hopefully, I like your work and we can continue working together.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Gonzo is willing to pay big money to anybody that can edit.
Big dollars.
Big money. Big money.
Dollars.
I'll pay you in Bucky's pulled pork sandwiches.
You better not.
You better not.
KFC. Speaking of Bucky's, what's happening with Bucky's, man? Where's the beaver? Where's the beaver sponsorship?
I'll say this. I got a video coming out.
You got a video coming out.
Yeah.
I saw Bucky in the back seat. You know, you strapped him in, get him ready. So did you go see like the big beaver or what?
I met the actual Bucky.
You met the actual Bucky. What does that mean? The CEO? Is there a guy in a freaking beaver costume somewhere? What does that mean?
Just wait till the video. It's not. I mean, like, I don't want to hype it up because it really ain't that hype. I ain't gonna lie. But like, I did go to Bucky's. I did film, and I met Bucky.
All right, so for those of you that don't know, because for the longest time I didn't know what the hell Bucky's was either, it is basically a giant gas station, mostly in Texas, but it's like pretty much the Walmart of gas stations. It's like a big deal down there. So that's what Bucky's is, and we've been trying to get KFC to get a sponsorship by them for whatever reason, but for the longest time.
They sell merch and stuff there as well, hey? Like their hats and shirts and everything.
Yeah. Australia knows Bucky's apparently. Let's go.
There you go.
Fleece blankets. Like, I mean, I don't sleep without my blankie. Like, I got a Bucky
without my blankie.
Yeah. Listen, we went Sunday and I bought my future daughter. We got a little onesie for her. I mean, it's just what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, Bucky's is Bucky's. But I will say this: I walked out of there with my pulled pork sandwich.
He said, no matter what they said, I wanted my sandwich.
I mean, I paid for it, but I still got one.
Yeah.
The point is, he got a sandwich.
He got a sandwich. Oh shit. Okay. Switching back gears again. Obsidian Flame is coming out very, very soon. Have all of you guys seen like the current leaks that are available for Obsidian Flame?
Saw most of them.
Most of them. So you guys have seen the Terra Charizard. You guys have seen the Gold Charizard. Those are two of the biggest. Well, it's a Charizard. So we're gonna talk about it first. Sorry, not sorry, guys. Fuck off. KFC in here with the Charizard logo. How do you feel on these two Charizards coming out?
Well, I mean, I'm biased. You know I like Charizard.
You don't say.
See, he's even sad. He's sad about it. He would be hyping it up if he was somewhat.
I think you can just hear it in his voice.
The defeat.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
It's probably just the Gold Charizard.
No. I like the full art one, but here's why I like the Terra typing, and I've said this to a lot of people, and people kind of were like, "That's dumb. It's not going to happen." Terra typing it's bringing back a lot of Delta species. That's all it is. And the fact that they brought, now you have the dark Terra typing of Charizard, like, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I don't know if I like the gold card, but I definitely like that full art one that they've been hyping up. And then of course they have the Scizor.
Mm-hmm. Like, the Scizzor's badass.
Dude, they need, and what I don't like too, in Scarlet and Violet, they had the full art Spidops and then Tarantula for the illustration rare. They had the Scyther.
Yeah, in the middle right there, right?
They don't have the Scyther in the English, and my top three is Charizard, Scyther, and Scizor.
Oh, okay, so I didn't know that.
I'm kind of hyped for the new. Yep, kind of hyped for the new set, hyped for the new Zards, but the gold one, I mean, I'll have it just to have it, but I mean, I like the Terra typing one, the dark type Charizard. So I hope they continue. You're
okay with the Terraform one, but the gold card, you're just like, yeah, it's not it.
I like Charizard. I like that they're still keeping him alive, but man, I'll be the first one to say that show a little love to some other mons, man.
Yeah.
Like, show a little love to some other ones, man. Like, it's, Charizard is apparently the face of Pokemon now, which I mean, that's cool. I love it, but it's like, man, just,
Do you get a lot of shit for being like a Charizard person, like a fan? I'm not gonna say a fanboy, but like your favorite Pokemon is Charizard. Do you get a lot of shit from that?
Not really as much.
No.
But I also don't tell people he's the greatest freaking Pokemon out there. I just, that's what I started with when I played the games.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Now I'll tell you, I'll tell everyone, like, to me, the greatest gen like out there besides base to me is always going to be Gen 2.
Gen 2 is goated. Gen 2 is goated. I agree.
And that's just, that's me. But I'm not going to tell people, because there's Charizard ain't the best Pokemon. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just like him because he's my favorite, but it don't mean he's the best out there. So I'm not going to be in your face and tell you that if you don't like Charizard, unsub. But,
yeah. He might in the future. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on KFC. Pokemon Shed. So I'm assuming you've seen these two cards we're talking about as well, right?
Yeah.
You have any thoughts or first impressions on them?
I'm pretty much the exact same because I love Zard. He is in my top few because when I started, we had Sword and Shield base and then Darkness Ablaze.
Right.
With the Darkness Ablaze Zard, and that was a big chase, and that was the first chase that I pulled, and I've always loved Zardy. So I feel like the artwork on these two might have let him down a little bit. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But I might change my mind when you actually pull the card and it looks wild in person. I'm not sure. But at the moment, it probably wouldn't be. It'll be a chase card for sure. And I need it in my life, but do I really think it's amazing? No, I don't.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people were in the same boat too. There was a lot of 50-50 on the full art version. Well, it's not the full art; it's the SIR, which I'll get into it myself too. But the SIR with the Terra form, but the gold one, I feel like a lot more people were leaning on the sides of that card is booty cheeks. Compared to the Terraform. Gonzo, I mean, I'm thinking Grumpy's in here, so you might want to just Grumpy. Close your ears.
Oh, he knows how I feel about it. We've talked about it on the Cardboard Axe podcast multiple times.
Yeah.
The gold one is straight garbage. It is it's disgusting looking. I'm not a fan of it. And I understand it's a Charizard. A lot of people are going to want it. So as soon as I pull it, and knowing my luck, I will pull it. So I'll sell it to Grumpy for $500.
$500.
But the regular full art, the art rare, looks amazing. That is one I will keep in my personal collection, and hopefully I'll buy as a single. That's my opinion on it. But that's pretty much it. I don't want to give too much love to Charizard anymore.
Yeah, the gold card for me is garbage. I don't like it. To me, not even pulling it in person. It just looks. You guys remember that card got leaked a couple months ago, and then it looked fake because it's like, no, that can't be it. That looks funky, And then for some reason everybody was like, oh no, it's not it. It was fake, confirmed fake somehow, some way. And then all of a sudden they come back months later, and here we are, and we're like, wow, it really was real. As far as the full art, not the full art, that freaking SIR, the first Terra SIR that we've had from Scarlet and Violet, I feel like I've said this before on the channel. The art style itself is I enjoy the art style. The actual artwork I feel like is underwhelming in my opinion. But that's how I feel in that. I think there should have been more to it. Obviously there's a whole bunch going on with all the Terra around him. But to me, it just doesn't scream SIR. To me, it seems more like just a regular full art. And that's why I keep calling it a full art.
Yeah.
Ricky said, ain't nobody pulling that going to say, damn, I pulled the Zard. Said Ricky, yeah, you're not wrong.
That's true.
You're not wrong.
That's why I said, I so understand it's a Charizard. So I'll be like, Charizard.
Yeah.
Yay. I'll have slight excitement, but it's not going to be like, Hell yeah, pull the Umbreon. Like I'm not gonna go turn off my camera and jerk off about it.
If I pull it for somebody,
I know Grumpy would.
KFC got me. KFC got me.
Hey, look,
no one pull it for Jay.
I think I could speak for a lot of people. I think I would love to see some more love shown to Gengar. If you're gonna hype some Gen 1, bring back some Gengar, right? We haven't really seen Gengar. You have the EX, you have the Prime card.
The one that's Fusion Strike, but that was it.
You had the alt art Fusion.
The alt art to me, I love the alt art. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I felt like there was just so much going on. Right?
Do you want a classic type of Gengar artwork? Is that what you too? Like without the VMAX, without any Terra, you just want like a classic looking Gengar, but like with an SIR.
If they brought like another Gengar EX, like kind of back and just something similar, something that's a Terra typing would be cool. I don't know what Terra type would be good on it, but just bring back like a good Gengar card that's not just a regular holo.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we could all jump on that because Gengar, he's also a huge staple into
Yeah.
No, I agree. He's in like my top 10, top 5 for sure too. So Gengar is up there for me. There's also the 2 SIR trainers that we've seen so far. Is it the Gita and the Poppy, right? I think Clampy mentioned it. The Gita, the artwork on it, the art style, I'm saying, looks amazing. It just looks like someone took a paintbrush to some canvas and made, literal artwork of it. So I'm enjoying that artwork overall. For me, I'm not a trainer collector. I'm not anti, training collecting, but that's just not my type of chase. I know to each their own. Do you guys like really chase after the trainers like that?
The only trainers I chase after are like the electric trainers, gym leaders. Yeah, because I'm biased.
Y'all, I don't know. Did y'all see California a Terra typing Wiglet?
It only would make sense if it was the water one.
Oh my god!
Do you guys
if you guys played the games, you know exactly what the water Terra type looks like.
I haven't played it. I haven't played Scarlet and Violet.
Peasant.
I know. I am absolutely. I don't claim not to be. Only
waifus I'm chasing are in real life.
Ricky, keep the chase up, man. Keep the chase up.
You'll catch one day. I promise.
I'll be your wingman on the 25th, man. Talisa said, I've been thinking about selling all my trainers. I mean, right now, if you're looking to sell them,
it's a good time to do it.
Yeah. To move those trainers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shed, do you collect trainers, or is that like a chase for you at all?
I only really choose a few that I absolutely love. So I have a full art trainer binder, which is completely full. And I reckon my first trade day, maybe 8 months ago, they were like, why you got just where's all your Pokemon? You know what I mean? And now they're all like, damn, there's some nice looking trainers. And I just like the artworks on them.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
So
it's funny how quickly that flipped, for the trainers getting all of the hype. And I know it's kind of stems from, the Japanese trainers getting the hype, and it slowly has trickled over to the English side. Because for a while, the Japanese trainers were still up there in value, but the English side wasn't necessarily up there in value. But now, going back to even Sun and Moon, those trainers are going insane, and a lot of trainers today, because of the SIR variant that we have of them now, are now also the most coveted hits coming out of some of these sets. We have the Iono, which I still haven't pulled on the channel. Pretty mad about that. I'm just gonna try real quick. I don't know. And then we have the Miriam as well too.
Just regular holo.
It's terrible.
That's not an apple.
That's not an apple. Pokeball Mike in the building. Hey yo, you can call me Jay. Pokeball Mike, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Welcome in. Thanks to everybody hanging out in here, chilling out. I feel like I didn't add a Q&A today, guys. Let me add one. Ask us.
I remember my first time live streaming.
It was a doozy. It was a doozy.
Oh, it was awful my first time.
When was your first time live streaming?
I don't know.
Last night.
Last night.
I think a couple months into my channel, I live streamed some gameplay of Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Did any of you guys have any reservations about going live? Like, were you guys scared?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Gonzo?
I crap myself.
Two very distinctly different answers right here.
Oh,
And I love it.
I still stress out, panic attacks prior,
Yeah.
and then as it's live and I'm sweet. It's just one of those things. I get very nervous.
Yeah.
And then once I've calmed down a bit, then it's it's fine.
Eventually, you're like, all right. Once you get into the middle, to the groove of things, you're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And then it's just vibing. Like, you got the music, you got your chat going. It's but
I feel like KFC, you might have been a little bit scared, man. I'm telling you, it took a long time to finally do it, to finally go live on YouTube.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I was necessarily scared to like. Well,
you gotta
I don't
get
know.
Snickers before the stream.
I was
X-FOMO.
I was more nervous for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As again, because I've always been a content creator, and then I fell into that spiral of going on these selling platforms, and just I guess I got addicted to the money a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I never saw it like that. I never wanted to be about it.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed interacting with people, and I didn't think that I was YouTube quality or like a YouTube quality streamer. And that's where I got scared, because the stuff that I did on that platform, which now I do, I do the energy game here on YouTube, which is it's a hit. I love it. I'm glad that people are enjoying it, but that's where I was scared. I was nervous for myself, because I was like, you know what? I'm not ready for YouTube.
Right.
And you and Cuz kind of pushed me to just try it. And that, but the first live, I was just making sure my OBS worked. I was making sure everything was good, and then it turned into a box break and freaking went up like 70 subs, and it was just it was good.
Hey man, I think within the YouTube community, people can be like super supportive and stuff, and we see who's coming in and like your intentions, and if you're good people, I enjoyed your pre-recorded content, so I'm like, oh man, just do this on the streaming side. You're gonna do good.
It definitely helps that now I'm doing all on one platform. It makes it so much easier, because I'm now when I do thumbnails, I'm
can't do it.
Doing thumbnails for two different platforms. I can just do it all on one. It makes it super easy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Pidgey boys coming through. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, bro?
How you doing today? How you guys doing?
Oh, excellent.
Chilling, man.
Hey,
Had a little. What's up?
Go ahead.
Had a little rush on that video I had to upload today.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's-
Was it
Yeah.
with the Furious Fist or not? Is that what you guys?
No, that's coming.
That's coming. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
did you guys? How many Walgreens did it take you guys to find that? Was it just
One.
one,
bro.
Yeah.
bruh?
Yeah. We have a specific Walmart that we go to every time. So like they know that we frequently pick up Pokemon cards.
Walgreens.
Yeah, sorry, Walgreens. My bad.
Yeah.
Then that's
And the funny thing is, they kind of like put aside the lightning packs for us, because that's usually
Hey, you guys got it like that. That's awesome.
yeah, it's like right around the corner from our house, and we've been going there for years, so they all know us,
What were in those packs? So obviously Furious Fist, and were there 3 other packs in those blisters?
it was like Lost Origins,
It was
Brilliant
Lost
Stars.
Origins. 3 of them had Evolving
And Evolving
Skies,
Skies, yeah.
Lost Origin, and Pogo in them.
Okay.
And then the other 4, they were like Lost Origins, Brilliant Stars, and Fusion Strike, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like
Yeah, that's
the
not bad.
assortments are usually like kind of set though, like
Yeah.
I think they're like right now, like, well, obviously these ones are old ones. I feel like they're old.
Well,
ones,
they still have this year's backing on them, though.
yeah.
So
So
it's
Okay.
not like
it
they
had
were
to, so
old.
they can't be.
Yeah, they're definitely a new rotation. So I think they're just putting them out.
Yeah. Somebody always has stock of older sets somewhere, whether it be MJ Holdings or whatever. I'm not sure what third party does these lightning packs, so it might be MJ Holdings. Usually they do like almost all. Is it? They do like every single like mystery item that you find. So if it's not licensed by the Pokemon Company, it's usually MJ Holdings that are making these mystery packs or these like third party blisters that you guys find at Walgreens or CVS, in case you weren't sure.
There's like a little like information web online also, like it shows you like what companies are like send it to who first, you know, like I think MJ Holdings is like the third company that gets the first print of cards or something like that, you know.
Okay. And then they just have a ton of stuff. They have a ton of stuff.
Oh yeah, they got a lot
for sure. I believe in them.
So guys, make sure if Ahmad could drop Pidgey Boy's link for me one time. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys coming through today, man. First time on the channel as well. You and Shed, both first timers out here. So I appreciate y'all.
Let's go. What's up, Shed?
Hey, Pidgey Boys, on your guys' side, yesterday you did a podcast with Gonzo over here, and you guys came in on that raid. You guys are there to experience the raid. How was that like?
I couldn't even process it at the moment, man. It was just like, yo, what? I mean, especially when it comes from Pat,
Yeah.
That's like a huge like raid, I mean, any raid was insane. Our first raid was from TCG Battles, and we lost our minds that day. I feel like we lost our minds that day a lot more than we lost our minds on the DPM raid. But
well, it's different too because you guys that's on your own channel at that time too, so you guys are just like vibing
and I
in
think
the moment.
That was like the first time we ever went live.
Yeah, that was the first time we went live.
Oh, nice.
So it was like out of nowhere. Like we were like, whoa, okay.
Because the live streams are still relatively newer for you guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's more of like a PC thing at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, and also like we don't know what to do on live. Also, like we want to like kind of have like some games set up first, and like kind of like what we want to like incorporate different ways to give away the stuff, you know, give away the hits or whatever.
That's always one of the most challenging things, to make it interactive for like the chat and just go along with it too, because I mean on my side it can be some days it can be easy because like, oh, you're ripping ship, you have the opportunity to open up a lot of packs. Some days it can be like, well, there's no orders today, so what are we gonna do? How are we gonna have fun with this? What can we pivot to open some stuff up and hang out with the chat, do some giveaways and make it fun for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a hard way to go about it. I think definitely the podcasting helps, because everyone likes listening to a podcast, even if like it's on like repeat, it's like they're going to go back and check it out, I feel.
Yeah. And I mean, just like for me, I don't know about Gonzo, what was your like thought process with doing the podcast on your channel?
So mine originally didn't start as a live podcast. Mine was a premiere. So when I did it with a Grumpy Charizard was my very first guest, we were just talking about things we wanted to talk about. So there's a lot more dead space, unfortunately, because sometimes like, okay, well, that topic came to a natural end. So now what are we going to talk about? That's when you have to prepare beforehand with a list of questions.
Yeah.
It really didn't change for me until you came on, and I was like, hey, you're used to doing things live. Do you want to do it live or you want to do it pre-recorded like I normally do? You're like, hey, let's leave it up to you. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it live. Let's test it out.
Yeah.
And doing it live was such a major game change because yes, there is that there sometimes there could be a lull or a dead space of the conversation, but then you just go to the chat and you're like, hold on, what did Laura just say? Because that's normally what happens in my chat because she's asking about fucking cereal versus soup. So like chat I'm not saying they're a crutch we can lean on, but they're such a useful tool to use, especially like if you're like, wait, the question I was about to ask sucks compared to this one.
Yeah.
This is what this person said and this is what they're asking. But it was a complete game changer with chat getting involved compared to how I initially did it. So Grumpy's going to come on sooner or later. Unfortunately, Jay, you won't be my first repeat guest. It's going to be Grumpy.
Hey, it's all good, man. I'm not mad. I'm not gonna cry about it for tonight at all. For sure, I'm not.
For tonight.
For sure, I'm not. I'm gonna go, guys.
Dizzy, no, Gonzo, don't mention it again. She's gonna ask. She has. Well, she has to know. It's
always in the
just one of her
QA.
things.
Yo, Pogo Dad in here on the 3-month membership. Appreciate you, man. Said, let's get it, fam. Hey, Pogo Dad, thanks so much for coming through. Appreciate you, bro.
The famous cereal soup argument is the reason why FOMO subbed.
FOMO, we're
sure,
in here.
Gonzo, we're your crutch. Washington, you know I love you. I don't know nothing about cars, so I'll call you.
Speaking of which, there is a Q&A going on right now, which Gonzo put a question in. It said, what town, city would you want to leave if you were in a Pokemon Kanto version?
Sorry, live.
Live.
I know how to read and type. Live.
What starting city would you want to start at if you were in one of the Kanto region? Do you guys know? Gonzo, I'll start with you since you asked first. Your starting town.
I would say Pallet Town is the only starting town of Kanto. But if I was going to live in a city, it would be Vermilion.
Vermilion City, because it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful port city, and Lieutenant Surge is there, so I gotta knock him down a peg and take over the gym.
Do you guys ever think about that? Like KFC. Do you know I need you to name every single starting city from the Kanto region right now, KFC.
There's only one. There's only one starting
city. Every city. Sorry, not starting city.
Isn't there like 9 or 10 like towns?
Name them all right now. Name them all right now, or else I'm gonna have everybody unsub to you.
Hey, well, guys, YouTube was fun. I appreciate it.
Was fun. Jay was the reason I'm here. Jay's the reason I'm leaving now.
I'll be honest. I don't know.
I don't know. Off the top, I can't remember all of them either. But I would pick Cerulean City.
I remember Pewter City.
Yeah,
I remember Pewter.
The Pewter's nice. It looked nice, in 8-bit. It looked nice.
It looked nice in 8-bit.
Yeah, it looked nice in 8-bit. Honestly, I mean, Lavender Town.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we got the loudspeaker playing the music 24/7, like the route musics.
Oh shoot, yeah.
I'm chilling. How terrifying that would be for Lavender Town.
Honestly, Lavender Town's pretty fun.
It's dope.
I think the only other city I remember is like Cinnabon City.
Cinnabar.
I don't think.
No,
you said Cinnabar Island.
Cinnabon is an amazing store.
I love Cinnabon. Cinnabon City is the best.
That's talking about living in towns. I'm talking about living in like the Elite 4 tower. It's I want to be above all.
You can never leave. You can never leave though.
Hey, I got the long hair. Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Ricky's in here asking, with all you posting different kind of content, what's your target demographic, and do you tailor your content for them? We'll start with you, KFC, man. We'll start with KFC.
What was the question?
So with all of us that post like different type of content, did you have like a target demographic, and do you tailor content for them?
Oh,
jeez, I wasn't ready for this.
Well, so I think
them kids.
No, I don't have like a certain demographic that I apply to or that I film for, but I think last time we were on, I told you I have a notebook of ideas.
Right.
And I remember, I think it was you, but the type of content that I do on my other channel, I'm trying to incorporate that with the content I'm doing on this channel. So like one of the big things that I did on my other channel was budget challenges.
Got it.
And I it's almost like throwing a dart at some random price, and that's how much I have to spend at this store. Mm-hmm. Or I throw another dart at another board, and that's the store I have to go to and spend that X amount of money. And that's the kind of I have a bunch of stuff filmed like that, but I'm trying to, the editing and stuff too with everything, work and everything. It's tough, but
man, that's the toughest part right there. It could get backed up too really quickly.
I'm just trying to do more, but you don't see it. I mean, Rev has done it recently. Breaking Nate used to do it all the time. and Leonhardt did a little bit of it, but the vlog style Pokemon content.
Right.
That's what I'm used to doing, is the vlog style. You don't see it much because everyone is pretty much just ripping on camera. You got your face in the corner, you got your hands in front, and that's all you see.
Yeah.
And I'm so used to going out and doing stuff and with my camera. So I think that's the kind of content I'm trying to bring over more into the Pokemon scene. But I don't, I think the biggest challenge as a YouTuber or as a content creator is that you can't please everybody. So I'm not catering to one specific group of people or demographic. It just, if you like my content, you like it. If you don't, I appreciate you giving me the time to decide whether you like it or not.
Right. And I mean, that could be a tough thing for someone that's like in the content space to figure out. If you're trying to please everybody, you're going to please nobody, and you're going to make yourself upset and, not want to do it anymore. So it's something that all of us need to make sure you take into account, keep in mind, or else it'll just like, it'll tear you up. It'll tear you up and lead to bad things or making bad decisions when making that content, so on and so forth.
Get you out here. Hold on, get you out here. Tell me, I really am from Kentucky with darts.
Get you the darts.
I don't actually throw darts. I didn't want to like give all my content ideas away. It's actually just a spin with app on my phone. I don't actually throw darts.
No, he throws darts. He goes.
Okay, I throw darts.
He got a bow and arrow and everything. Actually, he goes target practice on it. Pidgey boys. Is there like you guys out of all of us here, you guys are the newest channel. Is there anything that you guys have like taken into account to figure out what's like what route you want to go with the channel?
Well, we actually did talk a little bit about it on Gonzo's channel yesterday. Like, we just want to. It's funny because it's kind of like what Kentucky said. We want to work like different angles, and kind of have like a different theme to videos,
Yeah.
Like he said that like opening packs is cool, but I feel like the layout is boring, like
the retention on that is gonna be terrible.
The layout gets real boring, I mean, and like that's what, like right before Card Party, how like a Deep Pocket Monster posted that video with Volt, and they were like kind of just out front playing around, doing a little game,
Yeah.
I love videos like that so much, just because it was just like so random and like they were just making stuff up off the fly, So really, I just want to get out of this space.
Get out of the studio space.
I know we do like a lot in here, but we also try to incorporate a lot outside. And I know it may not seem like much because a lot of those end up being shorts.
Yeah.
But it's also hard. I mean, it takes I guess you could say it would take a lot more talent to make a long form video.
Well, the thing is, like, we go to like, I don't know if you guys seen on our channel, we actually go to like raves quite often, and we wanted to do like videos there, but it's kind of hard because Frank's a DJ and he's like, he works with that community, so it's hard for me to bug Frank and be like, hey man, sit down with me for a little bit, because it's a loud environment to try and do it in the first place.
Yeah. No, it's. I don't need to be able to get it done properly.
We'll go like out to the beach and stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to do more theme parks. We're gonna go back to Six Flags this week,
and we're planning to go to Universal soon and do it over there because I actually heard that they sell packs at Universal.
Yeah, so we're gonna go get it.
We're gonna like go check the luck at Universal.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm assuming it's in the new Mario World in Nintendo Land over there.
I believe so.
Probably in there.
Told us about it.
I think it's on the City Walk.
I don't
think it's in. I don't think it's in the actual park.
City Walk. Oh, okay.
Because if they sold it inside the park, they would have to have a special agreement with Pokemon, which
they're separate. They're separate from Nintendo. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. Shed, for yourself.
Yep.
Do you have like posting different content? Is there like a demographic that you go after? Is there like anything you take into account when you're like making pre-recorded videos? Because you do make your pre-recorded content still, as well as doing the live streams.
Yeah, like I try to. I just I can't clip it all. I am really bad at it. But I think I've done maybe 9 or 10 now, so I'm improving it.
Yeah.
But I've done some Pokey packs where I've just bought the packs. I've opened them up. Didn't go overly well. And then I did like a vlogging one where I went to JB Hi-Fi and some shops around Australia here, and I just filmed in the shop, talking to myself like a lunatic. Then I bought some product on a budget, and that went really well. So I went to the 4 or 5 shops. I filmed it in the car park, and then I talked when I went into the shop. And I enjoyed that. And that got the most amount of views and like the watched hours as well. So I think people like that type of content. And then I did a trade day one as well, which went okay. So I enjoy that, where you're out and about and then you get to meet people, you get to have a chat with people, and then yeah.
I think for you, although that being on Australia can be kind of a hindrance as far as the live stream crowd, I think the pre-recorded content could be a big opportunity because, I mean, it's something different. None of us over here in America, although like we do have the audience or more accessible to the audience because we are in the same, like roughly the same time zones. I think over there for you, you know, using, can we find these Pokemon cards available in Australia, or searching in Australia, or, you know, something obviously doesn't have to say Australia every single fucking video. But something like along those lines.
I've just seen those 3-pack blisters with the Furious Fist from you guys, and I was about to make one going, can we find the US stock here in Australia, for example? But, you know, it's just one of those things that I just sort of have an idea sometimes, and then I'll just film it even if it's crap, and then I'll just try to work something out on the fly, mate, to be completely honest.
And sometimes, you know, with it, like the Pokemon stuff right here, it can be really difficult because you can't script a whole lot. I mean, you could script the intro, but if you're going out there into the world and looking for things, you can't really stick to a script because you don't know what the hell's going to happen. Or if you're opening up packs, you don't know what's going to happen either, because, you know, there could be something amazing. It could be something absolutely terrible in your packs. So I think that's one of the interesting things with Pokemon, is that you, for the most part, can't script it. You can have an idea, an outline. But sometimes those things go out the window right away.
It doesn't play out. Nah.
Yeah. Gonzo, I know we've talked specifically about your channel and, you know, a direction or the target demographic. And I know you've had some afterthoughts, like after going to Card Party, about that. Can you talk about it?
So if for a long time, I didn't care if I swore, cussed, whatever. And on lives, it's hard to do, especially when I get excited and passionate, and I think I'm making a funny joke. It just makes sense. But I swore up and down. I didn't care if kids watched it. They're not my kids. But what made me change to like, okay, maybe I need to cut back on my potty mouth was at Card Party. A dad came up to me. He was like, hey, I love your channel. I think it's great. He was like, the little side jokes you do, the knowledge you drop on Pokemon cards every once in a while, like it just shows how passionate you are about it and how much knowledge you have from just because you played video games longer than most content creators these days do. He was like, but I can't watch it with my kid. he was like every other sentence you have a fuck or a shit in there. And I was like, okay, I get this. I don't want my kid watching my own content. Like, I was like, okay, I get this. I was like, you can't watch the live streams though. He was like, no, those are hilarious. I'll never miss those. So he's alert. He is a lurker. He told me that. He's and I don't mind. Like, as long as you're liking the content, I appreciate it. But yeah, for my regular pre-recorded content, I am working on trying to get my potty mouth done and out. But for the most part, it's still going to be like PG-13. I'm not going to change who I am completely. But I am working on it. I do want people to watch it with their kids if they feel comfortable with it. but I do want to like shed. I want to work on the vlog styles. Like, hey, I'm in Target. Hey, check this out. This is what I found. I do want to do more stuff with Shane Slim. For you guys who don't know, just do more stuff with my local LGSs. And I do want to get. I don't want to talk about it yet because it's something I'm still working on the process. But there is something I want to do with collaborations that involve more than just interviews and pack battles. But yeah, and it's I'm excited for the change of the channel, the change of direction. But as far as like demographic goes, it's people in the hobby. If you're a collector, you're a reseller. If you think you like Pokemon, I want you around.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. And I think it's interesting, like when you're first starting out, like PG Boys, you guys are in a certain place right now because you guys are just starting out. You guys have like there's probably like a million ideas going through your head. All right, like we want to take it this way, we want to take it that way. And then like versus like Gonzo, who's been in the space for about 2 years, where he understands what he needs to do. The only issue is like actually doing it and trying to make sure I get it done in the good timing. Once you find what you want to do with the space, which it could always change. Like I didn't have this podcast a year ago. Did I? Maybe I did. But we were just trying to figure it out. like that the podcast idea maybe came about a year ago. Like I wanted to do it and make something happen, but it took me months and months and months to make it happen, you know? So this is like, I can be very spontaneous with certain things, but there's always should be something that you're thinking about for the long term, farther ahead, that you know you want to try out something different, something that not everybody's doing, which can be very difficult, especially in this space. Because as KFC said, you know, we all have our face in the corner and we're holding hands in front of the camera right here, opening up packs. That is primarily what most channels have always been doing. So it can be difficult to branch out and do things different. But I think now that Pat has kind of broke that mold, people see it and they're like, okay, something else can work. Let me try to throw my twist into it.
Yeah, so I think right after Card Party was when we were like, you know, I think, you know, just like what you were saying, you know, you get ideas going on and we want to try out new things, you know. So, I mean, honestly, we've been just focused on like, you know, making more games out of this, you know, out of our openings that we do. And, you know, you're definitely right about like, you know, finding a sense of direction for you to, you know, stay focused on and get honed into. But, you know, as, you know, just as anyone, when you start something, even if it's like, you know, a music career or anything, you know, it's like you're definitely going to have all these ideas that cross.
Yeah.
You know, but in the end, you know, time will figure itself out. And I mean, as long as you stick around and you stay dedicated to the craft that you're doing, you know, it'll never fade, you know.
I mean, to be honest though, I'm like, I don't know if you guys know, like Frank like at first he wasn't like into doing this, but now he's like all in, like all the way in, you know. But right now I don't have like a direction of like what kind of videos I'm making or we're making. We just like trying to have fun, man, you know.
Yeah, so that's
and
why
trying to get cards we're looking for, you know. That's the name of our channel, you know. Like we're just doing it for fun. And
exactly,
I mean, as of like creative videos or trying to do something different, of course we're all trying to do that, you know. I mean, it's just trying to make it look good, you know, because every time we're like, oh, let's go out and do this, let's go out and do that, we're like, okay, but how's the camera setup gonna work, you know? We're gonna need someone else to roll along with us to get these shots, you know. And then it's just kind of like a task, you know. I mean,
yeah, all of it is, and in trying to figure out how to go about completing that task is always the issue, you know. It's like, oh, I can do this, but then, you know, I'm missing that cameraman, like the extra set of hands to help me out with things. So you kind of get left with just, you know, selfie the whole time and everything.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to get your creative vision out of your head and onto the plate, you know?
That's kind of why we haven't made like a video like where we're going out a lot. That's why it always ends up being a short, because we're like, man, like, you know, not all the angles look the greatest because we were doing something at the same time as trying to record, and juggling the phone and and all that.
It could be something else, and it's something very, very difficult to make happen. Kelly Live TV said, if you wanted any sealed Pokemon product from any sets or special collection box, which one would it be? Do you guys? KFC, I'm gonna talk to you on this. Is there anything that you're missing, like a sealed Pokemon product that you really want?
You're missing.
There's Chris.
There's a lot of stuff that I want, I guess. As of right now, the only thing that I'm just chasing is my PSA 10 Zard. So I do want a jungle box. I know me and Gonzo, we've been back and forth with the jungle box, but other than that, no, it's not really much. I mean,
there's a local shop in my area that has a sealed jungle box for $7K. Just letting you guys know, I'm willing to go drive and ship it to you for a small finder's fee of a forehead kiss and a Raichu.
A forehead kiss and a Raichu.
A forehead kiss.
The Raichu comments yesterday, though. Yeah, wild on you.
You motherfuckers had me dying on that one yesterday. I don't know which mod I need to demod because of that, but I'm pretty sure it was the Raid Whisperer Harsh.
What happened?
Great.
So I think it was like 2 minutes after you left the chat. I want to say it's Harsh. Decided that he was going to make a command for Streamlabs, ! Raichu, and it would come up as, "Hey, did you guys know Gonzo's favorite Pokemon is Raichu?"
Oh yes.
It took over the chat for like a good 15-20 minutes. !
Raichu. I was there, and then I ended up leaving a little bit after that too. I saw the ! Raichu.
Yeah, and it was your fault.
Yeah.
Jay's like,
how was it my fault?
Oh yeah, you brought it up.
I did say
brought it up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're running with this shit." And they picked up the ball and like, "I'm going home, motherfuckers."
I just want to make sure we welcome in Chris PY TCG. He said he's getting his audio. He's getting. You guys were on point with that at the same time. You guys are great with that shit. Damn.
It's like they're brothers or something.
I know, right? Chris, I appreciate you on the raid, man. Welcome in. Can you hear me?
There's a raid? What raid?
Chris PY TCG raid.
Chris PY raid.
Thanks, man. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I can hear. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. How you doing today, man? See, he can't hear me. He's lying.
All right. It's like delayed on my end. It's so weird.
Oh, it's delayed?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Hey, all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk to Chris, but in between, when I ask him a question, we're gonna ask other questions. And by the time he gets the question, it'll be good.
We'll be done.
We'll be done. Watch, there's gonna be a delayed smile. There it is.
Everybody's already messing with me.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
How do I fix that?
Anytime you guys need to say anything to Chris PY, make sure you guys say it before you guys even think it.
Yeah.
And you really throw him off to the, "Hey, how are?"
How do you fix that? I don't know. I don't know what's coming through. I don't know why.
I'm assuming with some kind of science.
With some sort of fiber optic
mesh
technique.
routers.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix that, man.
With healing crystals and good
Fiber
aura.
optics.
OPB, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. How you doing today, bro? Thanks so much for coming by today.
Oh, I figured it out.
You got it?
We're good.
We're good.
Oh, he's in.
Hey,
he was delayed on the live. He was delayed on the live.
It's something. Chris, so you can hear me now?
No, it was because I had my wrong I had my microphone. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you on cue, but
Okay. How was your stream, man?
it was all right.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm delayed again. What's going on here?
You're fine on our side. From my side, you're good.
Yeah.
You seem responsive.
As far as we know. But this could be you talking to us from our previous conversation just a few minutes ago.
Just true. It's facts. We'll give him a minute to to see if he could set that up properly.
Moment of silence.
Yeah, R.I.P. Ricky's in here asking, do you watch and try to apply any other channels for insights to your content? Example for passive income channel. Who do you look for outside of Pokemon for inspiration? Do you guys? What are some of the other things that you guys watch on YouTube besides Pokemon? Shed, we'll ask you first.
Cold ones.
You say cold?
Yeah,
Sport.
cold ones.
Sport. I love my sport. And then I watch a lot of vidIQ and the channel makers.
Channel makers? I don't know who the channel makers are. I'll have to look them up.
Oh, it's like a tech thing, and they just help you do like your microphones and tips on like YouTube algorithm, just stats and stuff like that. So it's helped me a lot because I didn't know anything about it. So
no, I definitely recommend like anybody that's going into the space to put a little bit of effort in and figure out some things about the analytical side. I know Serge was in here right now. He'd be like, "Why are we talking about numbers, bro?"
The numbers. The numbers.
I'm just trying. I'm just
PBM
like,
was just in here.
Five.
He's all about the numbers.
Pidgey boys, you guys say you guys watch cold ones?
Yeah.
What?
Cold ones. Lot of
I mean,
podcasts.
we watch a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, Always Sunny is actually where our Pidgey Boy's name came from.
Okay,
We talked about that with Gonzo yesterday. Yeah.
very cool,
Yeah,
man.
So there's I guess you can say
We watch
get
like a lot of comedies, a lot of
comedy influence.
a lot of stoner shit.
We're not mad at it. We're not mad at it. Hey, yo, Pokeboss, welcome in. Chris, what do you watch?
Oh goodness, everything. I don't know, like if as far as YouTube or just in general.
Do you like take inspiration from anything else to bring into your channel?
Honestly, like I try to bring in like as much like random 90s shenanigans as I can bring in, as you see like some of the cutscenes on my videos. But
Yeah.
outside of that, it's like I take bits and pieces of stuff that I like from. I don't know. I'm like a sponge. I'm just like, okay, maybe some of this, some of this. But there's so many different people that do so many different amazing things on YouTube, and content creators in our space and content creators like outside of our space too. But definitely like that 90s like goofball pun feel. I try to bring as many puns into our streams as possible. If anybody's in the chat that's been in our streams, they know how that goes.
How about for yourself, Gonzo?
Oh man, I watch a lot of Death Battle. It's a YouTube channel that makes
Battle,
a bunch of like they pretty much get the stats and the stupid power leveling stuff that most people do online. Like these guys do legitimate science research on it. They're the ones who did Goku versus Superman and who would win. And of course Superman wins. Of course Superman wins because fight me if you disagree with me. The science is there.
The science is there behind two super.
Yeah.
Fictional.
Like yeah, exactly.
And he's rocking the Clark Kent curl. You can't
Not on
deny
purpose.
the man.
Not on purpose. That's just how my hair goes. Science is there.
How's that mullet going?
How's that mullet going? Where's the science behind the mullet? I need to see the side profile. Where's the side profile?
So
That's what I'm saying.
because I normally get a fade, so I it has to grow a little bit still before it completely comes in, but the mullet's coming.
Yeah.
I'm a big binging with Babish fan. I love cooking shows, baking in particular. So outside of Pokemon, it's normally like in comics reviews. So, man, there's so much shit that I watch and I pick from. And just like I was saying earlier, like in my card openings, I just drop random knowledge of random stuff that I like. So wrestling, comics, anything really. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. KFC, how about yourself?
I watch a lot of fishing.
You watch a lot of fishing, but that's how you said you kind of transfer things from like your own fishing channel. He does a fishing channel too, guys. If you guys find it, he hasn't told me what it is.
Cool.
So if you guys find it, let me know.
It's fishing with Bucky's.
Fishing with Bucky's.
I was gonna say, is it Kentucky Fried Carp?
Fishing with no socks.
Fucking no sock dangler. I watch a lot of fishing. I think one of my favorites is John B.
Yeah.
not. I mean, he's good at what he does. He's a young cat, but he's good at what he does. But it's more of his filmmaking. I love his filmmaking. I love that he puts a story behind everything he does when he goes out and actually goes. He puts as much time into his cinematics as he does his fishing, and that's that's because of him. That's I try to bring some of that and incorporate some of that type of filmmaking or cinematic into the Pokemon stuff when it comes to the B-roll. A lot of people don't B-roll is like B-roll is very, very important to videos.
Cutscenes.
Extremely important.
It's amazing and just watching him, he's really good at it. His old camera guy Alex was super good. So I just watch a lot of him, but I like anything that really has good cinematics, and I try to incorporate a lot of that stuff because it's just it grabs the attention of people. I can go out, put a camera in my face or a phone camera in my face. Hey, I'm here at the shop, blah, blah, blah. Pick this up and leave. But like that B-roll gives you shots of the shop or shots of where we're going or something like that. It's just very cinematic. So that's kind of what I watch.
It's just, it adds so much too, man. When you put in that extra effort, it's just not like you talking to the camera the entire time. There has to be like a cutscene of what the actual product is, cutscene of what you did while you were vlogging, walking through whatever store you were at, and you could always do the voiceover for it too. It's not like you have to be talking while you're walking through the store. Everybody has that moment where they're like walking through the store and they're recording and they're like, man, all these people think I'm weird, but then eventually you kind of get over it. You're like, I don't care what these people think. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And you just walking through the store. So if like you're feeling some way about it, just literally walk through with your camera and then put voiceover over it after, so that's there's something to go along with it.
So I'll say this to anyone out there that I know, Pitchy Boys mentioned that they haven't gone out and done a whole bunch of stuff. They just make a short out of it and stuff like that. And I think a lot of things that hold a lot of content creators back is being that center of attention, holding a camera when you're out doing that type of content, which I believe is why we don't see a lot of that type of content out in the Pokemon scene.
Yeah.
I watched one of, I forgot, I don't know if it was John B or if it was Lunkers TV. They did a thing a while back on content creating, and I lied. I'm a liar.
Stop lying.
Damn it. I'm a piece of crap. I'm so sorry. Unsub everybody. No, it was Weston Smith, and what it is when you go out and you see content creators, right? You see other people doing it.
Yeah.
You look at it and you just glance away, like you don't care.
Yeah.
So that once you get over that fear of holding a camera in front of your face and doing stuff out, no one cares. They just see you. They may think like, oh, what a tool, but other than that, like no one cares. So if you can get past that while you're making content, like it's fine. Like when I took my Sony or my Canon M50 into Buc-ee's with me. I just walked around. Oh yeah, just the video come out maybe next week. But I
need it now. I need these Buc-ee's videos now.
Roy brings up the best case. I really shouldn't care what other Walmart shoppers think.
It's the best place to people watch.
Oh, I love people watching in Walmart.
Bro, in Georgia, oh my god! If you
they're
guys
like in their pajamas, they're all judging you.
The best part is like the pajama pants that you shouldn't be wearing because they're the ones with like you would wear for bed. So you have to push your pants to the side. You have to twist it so your wiener doesn't fall out. That's what they're wearing.
Oh, no.
You laugh, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, and that's what they're wearing while they're riding their scooter. Hey, PBM, just DM me. I'll give you my number. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
I'll even give you a discount code for my OnlyFans.
Oh, goodness.
I don't have one yet. I'm not that broke.
Yet.
I was going to say the word.
Hey, he's working up to it. He's working up to it, man. He's been flirting with the idea for quite a while now.
Oh, for a stupid amount of time since the Navy kicked me out. I don't have to worry about what the Navy says anymore, so I can show off my goods all day. Want it?
I'm sure the chat. I'm sure the chat is loving it right now. But I'm on the
discount. I want free.
Mike said discount. I want it free.
Lies.
That's why I only have it on the question side right now because I'm worried to see what the chat is saying.
Bro, so
don't blame me.
We pulled this out of a chilling rain pack, by the way, on stream today.
Let it hang
Is
out
it
on the
sleeved?
scooter.
Hey, I sleeved it. It's a literal piece of cardboard. This was in a pack. It's perfectly cut. We made a joke about it on stream. It was in a chilling rain pack, and the person I pulled it for wanted it.
So, oh, really? That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. She's one of my regulars.
I think
that's a pretty solid box too, but it was just so funny. I was like, "What is this?"
I think I might have a short with that. I think I've done that one time. I think
I have to put a short out on it. My reaction was fantastic.
That happened today.
Crazy.
That literally happened an hour ago.
Yeah, put the short out. I want to see. Or timestamp it.
It's clipped in the Discord. It's clipped in the Discord, but I'll probably do it anyway. I'll still probably put something out on it. But it was funny. I've never seen that before. I've had some weird stuff happen in packs.
You like pulled a piece of cardboard out of the pack? Ooh.
Yeah.
I pulled
literally.
I pulled a white
piece of cardboard.
I pulled a white piece before. Just a white
piece of cardboard.
Washington's leaving later. Washington.
Bye.
Love you.
Well, hold on. We're not that.
No, we're like that. We're like that. We're like that. Oh, we're like that.
Yo, Chris, that's insane.
What's the weirdest thing you guys have pulled on stream? What's the weirdest thing?
I think it's in the beginning of my card opening experiences where I think I got two or three videos in a row. I had those weird reverse hollow god packs where all you had one or two regular cards and it was like 15 reverse hollows.
Yeah, it was like 15 reverse hollows.
No, gotcha. it was I had a pack it was like this. It was thick, and I pulled it out and it was legit like 15 reverse hollows.
Damn. Shed, have you pulled anything crazy on stream? Like weird error, like some shit you're like, what the hell was that about?
No, not really. I cracked into some NBA, like some basketball boxes, and I pulled what I thought was a redemption card. It was just a white piece of cardboard, which I found out later that they put one in every sort of 1,000-ish pack, so they can't actually be weighed. It's just a random white piece of cardboard.
Interesting.
Does that take place of a card though, of the hit, or is it just how does that actually work?
Well, it's thick, so it's about the same size as 3 cards, and most of the time in like your basketball, that means it's a signed card which you can then log into the computer, and then you get a special one card in return. But this was just a plain white piece of cardboard. So.
But did you get the amount of card? I guess what I meant to ask was if they have that cardboard in there, is it replacing an actual card, or are you still getting all your cards?
Yeah, I still got the cards.
Okay.
So it was just
if you were supposed to get 10 cards, you got 10 cards plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I still got the 10.
That's what I would have been concerned about. You motherfuckers are taing a card away from me.
Yeah,
when
you keep my cards. But
the thing is,
you took a common card away.
I want that energy. Goddammit.
No, you're crazy.
But see, the thing with that, Shed, I also pulled a white piece of cardboard out of a pack before too, but of a Pokemon pack. And it was thick.
The same thing.
It was thick too.
It was thick. Yeah.
So the exclamation point thick.
Said that to me.
Chris, you just pulled that right now out of your pack. Is there something like some weird error pack that you've pulled before as well?
So I've had a crimped card one time that was the size of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So I don't have it here. So imagine this card, right?
Yeah.
It was crimped at the top, and then there was only this much card. So it was like the cutter went past it. Cool. What's funny is a regular on our channel pulled it at home. He didn't pull it on any of our live streams. He has a Cynthia's Ambition that is cut like that, and PSA wouldn't slab it, but they authenticated it and sent it back to him because it wouldn't fit in a slab. That's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen, because it is weird. Legit even more narrow than a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So, but the one that he got being a Cynthia's Ambition was pretty crazy, because that's a pretty sought after card from that set, I would say. So I told him, I was like, never get rid of it. I don't think he ever will. So
gotta keep it for you forever.
Yeah, he's one of our mods. He was the one that took me on that film thing over the weekend. So he's got a lot of crazy crimped and error cards. He collects them, so
that's awesome. That Pidgey boys, you guys have pulled anything wild or weird on stream before?
On stream,
or
period. The only thing would be the square cut Mew, but that's nothing crazy. Yeah. Other than that, nothing.
You would think there would be more square cuts out there too, considering the quality control of everything. But I haven't pulled a real bad square cut card in a long time. in a long time.
Yeah, we got the square cut gold Mew out of Fusion Strike.
Yeah.
Okay. Fusion Strike for me, that's like one of the weirdest errors I had before. I pulled a rainbow VMAX Chandelure, and it was square on the bottom, and then on the top, it was like it came out and rounded, like there was like a muffin top on top. It's like a muffin top. It was weird. I still have it. I sleeved it, and I was like,
pull my shirt down.
Yeah. Pull your shirt from under your belly.
Pull the waistband up a little bit. You good? You be good.
Hey,
What
lift
waistband?
them titties up.
Chris got nothing but the socks on too.
Here we go.
KFC, how about yourself, man?
What was the question again?
He's over there vibing. Oh wait, KFC. First of all, you guys still filling out a report?
Yep.
You say yep. Any wild or crazy error cards you've ever pulled before?
I think maybe the craziest. I had a Celestial Storm box break. We pulled a crimped Blaziken and a crimped what was it? Can't remember what else they have in there. They were just regular GX cards, and then I think Shining Fates. I pulled a half cut card, part squared, and then the other part was like rounded off with like the little colorful edge. But
Okay.
that's really about it. I mean, I probably pull more square cuts than anything, and those just are so common to me that I don't really do much with them anymore. I've got a whole bunch out of Evolving Skies and just recently in Pogo, but nothing that I'm like jumping or like, oh my god, I got this.
For me, I think I said that Rainbow Chandelure. I pulled that white card. I pulled like a couple blank code cards before. I opened up like that Hidden Fates pack that had nothing but reverse rares, and then like a baby shiny Poipole in there too for Clan Fan. There's been quite a bit of things. But nothing that's like, okay, I need this. Nothing like a super miscut top tier card, but decent. Ricky's in here asking the questions about content. We'd love to see it, Ricky. What would you consider is your strength when it comes to YouTube and your channel? What do you do better than anything? Said Ricky. Let's start with we'll start with Chris on that, man. Do you feel like you have a big strength in certain things?
Eating.
What was that?
I said I'm eating food.
Eating?
No, I don't. No, I don't think I have. I honestly don't think I do. I mean, I love the interaction in live streams, but when it comes to like regular content and shorts and stuff, I honestly think I'm like super weak in a lot of different categories. I don't really feel like I'm strong in any of those categories. I'm still learning a lot of stuff, and I feel like I've learned so many things over the past few months, and then I'm like, oh crap, half the stuff I've actually learned is wrong and inefficient. So I'm constantly like, okay, we got to change this now. We got to change this. I honestly like, I don't know, keeping people in my chat laughing is about it.
Yeah.
That's honestly like one of my strengths, and I try to use that to my advantage because I think that's one of the only things that I can do to keep people around.
I think well, for the short time I met you too, I think one of your strengths is the ability to, I don't know how to say, but like network, talking to people, going up to somebody you don't necessarily know very well, and you're just like, hey, just like starting off the conversation. That is a quality that can help you and aid you, especially in this community, any community on YouTube. So that is something that you got going for yourself right there too. And that is something that I've had, like myself, like I've wanted to work on and be more about. It's not that like I don't like to reach out to people, but sometimes like I was in the mindset like, all right, I just want to do this not like on my own, but like, cause all these people help me, but reaching out to people for that extra help, or reaching out and saying like, hey, bouncing ideas off of each other, and like, how would you go about this, or how would you go about that? I think that's something that I've started to do a little bit more, and it's actually brought more people like into my circle. And I think it's a good thing that you're doing, and that I've seen from the outside looking in.
Yeah, and Card Party was really big on that too. Like, I mean, honestly, like out of anybody in this live stream or in this podcast right now, nobody. I didn't know any of you prior to that. I think in the chat, like I knew I knew PBM, and that's really it. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know a lot of creators. Like, I watched and try to take tidbits from other creators.
Yeah.
But I didn't really go behind the scenes to like check other stuff out. And then it was so crazy how that whole group of us just instantly. And I don't know if you guys all knew each other prior to that, but I didn't even know Surge, and it just felt like I was like, okay. But I see what you're talking about in terms of making it easy for being personable and just being with people right away.
Yeah,
and like
absolutely,
asking advice and stuff. So I don't know. I guess that's a sales background thing.
And you have a cool backpack.
And you had a cool backpack.
Twinsies.
And a cool Southern Islands binder. But I was like, he's letting me sign this. I like this guy.
Bro, that was the journey of getting that thing signed by everybody was just as fun as handing it to Pat. So that was fun.
That's hey, talk to me about that. All right, we're gonna get to everybody else right now too, but I kind of want to, because I never really heard the background on that and when you gave it to Pat and like the reaction behind that too.
So, I just decided to do it kind of last minute before I went. I wanted to give back.
Yeah.
And when I got there, originally I was just gonna have a couple people sign it and give it to him, the people like that he's close with. But then when I got there and I got to know more and more people, I was like, well, I can make this like, I can meet so many different people and have an experience with somebody one-on-one, someone I don't know, and get them to sign it and instantly kind of either A, get their name if I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And already
thank you for that.
20 and 30 people. Yeah. And then you guys are awesome. So I met all of you. I even met some of his crew as well. Like I had Jay, who's actually, you remember Jay, the shorter bald guy, who's one of the videographers. He lives here next to me in Atlanta and works remotely.
That's
so he's
funny.
the one. Yeah. So he actually filmed the video for me over the weekend.
Ooh.
But yeah, awesome. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, going back to that. Sorry, I get skewed off.
No, you good.
Old man brain. I got old man brain, bro.
It's all right. We all do.
But then when I brought it into the auditorium right after the last main event show that we did, the morning show, where people were kind of trickling out of the main ballroom.
Yeah.
Me and Powder stayed behind because there was only a small line of people to go up to Pat. I waited for everybody to kind of exit.
Yeah.
And I gave it to him, and he was actually he gets real emotional real easy with certain things that have a little bit of sentimental behind it. So you can tell that he was super excited about it. I like that. And Dan actually whipped his phone out and filmed it. It was in the
Dan over here with his videography skills coming into play. Oh, I should get this.
Yeah, and he Dropboxed it to me like almost instantly after he friended me on Instagram too. He's like, "Here, you're probably gonna need this for your video." Well, I didn't even have to ask him for it. Like he was just like, "Here, let me give you a better quality version of it."
That's awesome, man.
But it was in the. If you wanted his reaction, it was in the card party video I put out like last month.
Nice.
It was such a short video. I didn't have any content for that, so
dude. I was like scratching tooth and nail trying to get any type of content for it. By the time I recorded anything, I was like, all right, this is going to be complete ass. Let's put it out there.
I was just living in the moment, man. I wanted to just be around everybody. I didn't want to take away from that first time meeting a lot of different people. So that's more important to me than making content. So
I agree. It was a lot of fun. All right. So going back to, sorry, we got sidetracked right there too. Going back to kind of like the strengths. What do you feel like your strength is? Pidgey boys, what do you guys feel like your strength is? I have a feeling I know what your strength is from the outside. So I'll tell you what mine is after you tell yours.
All right. So, I mean, honestly, each other.
Yeah, and I feel like when we like
cut me off, motherfucker.
Yeah. I feel like when we made our Pidgey call on our first video, that I feel like that's something that like community liked and picked up right away.
Yeah.
And then just the ability to like, we're brothers, so we just,
we just jump off of each other's conversation
automatically,
real easily. So I feel like it's good whenever we talk, even on podcasts, or just normal conversation. It's just easy to bounce off each other's words,
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good strength for us, even though, we do have some lower quality videos at the moment. And of course, in time, those will get better. But I feel like our conversation, definitely makes up for that. And our energy, I feel like it definitely helps. So.
And I gotta agree with you guys. You guys being able to bounce off each other and like piggyback off of whatever you guys are saying. You guys come in here instantaneously saying hi to Chris at the exact same time, going into your right after that too. It's like not missing a beat, like bam, bam, bam. So that's something that not a lot of the creators have. Like someone like right next to them that could feed off of that energy and play off back and forth. Rodney and Shaney, they do an amazing job of that too, and that just comes from like years of knowing the person. Obviously, you guys are brothers. You guys known each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
So there's only a few.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Gabriel over there, like, yeah, I hate this guy, low key.
Well, he did say he would box his brother yesterday on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
We would run it
Well,
anytime.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's get.
because
We're gonna set up a
someone
live stream
asked-
pay-per-view.
Yeah, someone asked
We
like if
gonna
there's
have to,
another
bro.
Poketuber who you would box for charity. Who would you box for charity? And Frank was like, my brother.
Anybody except
Gabe was
Cool Trainer.
Straight
Right?
up.
Fuck.
Hey, it's like
CTR's
we
a big
could
man.
We could be the opening bout for Leon Hart and Cool Trainer Ryan. You know, it's perfect.
That wouldn't be a fight. That would not
It'll
even be a fight.
It'll be a repeat of the first fight.
Oh,
Much faster. Much faster.
Much faster though.
Much
yeah.
faster.
I'm not.
That
Zoom out.
dude is like
Yeah.
corn fed. You can tell. He's just like
I'm not a betting man, but I'd put money on CTR all day.
Bro, it's funny too. Because you go back and look at his old stuff, he is nowhere near the size he is now in some of his older stuff.
Yeah.
Like when him and
Oh,
Rev first
yeah.
started.
oh yeah,
He-
for sure. Yeah.
That's
No,
why I
he's
did not expect it
definitely
when I saw him,
freaking
dude. I was like,
yoked.
whoa, you are a huge man.
he's all you,
I-
all yoked.
Did you eat your Wheaties today? Yes.
Dude has his Wheaties every morning for sure.
Hey, Shed, for yourself, man. Do you feel like you found some strengths for yourself within like creating?
With creating, I think a lot of my, I'm trying to think now, mate. To be honest, I would say like the live streams and the chat that I have. If I've got some packs and I've got the chat going, I just feel like I'm in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
We have a chat. I do get very excited. I do scream a lot. I try not to swear. That's something that I think I do well is a live stream chat.
Yeah.
But probably the best thing that I do that I haven't really filmed a lot of yet is a trade day with the kids. I get asked to go to the shops and stuff if they've got a trade day because a lot of the kids there they love the Pokemon and they love the community.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I go there, all of the kids swarm, and I really love it. So that's something that I think that I do well is interact with the kids at like your trade days and stuff like that.
I think also too, you guys have a very strong sense of community over there. You guys came up, I think kind of like when I said earlier, the Australian Pokemon community, your streamers, you guys are very, very close knit, and you guys have a very, very strong sense of your community and who your supporters are. And I think that's definitely something you guys build upon and continue to improve on. And, you guys kill it, even though I feel like sometimes the separation from, this is why I asked you earlier, like, is being in Australia versus America, sometimes it could be a little bit of a difficult thing to get the exposure, but I think you guys do a good job amongst yourselves to make sure you guys are all out there. Like, it's not just one person.
Yeah.
It's not just one person. You guys are in here as a unit and like
That's
really,
right. I
really
think,
showing out.
Yeah, and I think that's good is there is about 5 of us and we've all got around the same amount of subs. There's 3 of us that are monetized and there's 3 that aren't, but we're all close and we all help.
Yeah.
If we've got a pack battle thing going on, we all get involved.
Yeah.
I had Swads come down to a trade day as well. So we are tight and we all try to help each other. But on the here in Australia, it is hard with Pokemon product. There's obviously not a lot compared to the States.
Yeah.
And also being so far away from the States, you can't just jump in a car and drive to Card Party. You know what I mean? So you always feel a little bit on the outskirts.
Yeah.
But I'm vibing. I'm chilling. I love it. So.
You guys, even with all that stuff that is like going against you guys, I'm saying like you guys are doing a very awesome job, and I appreciate the support that you guys give like a ton of the other streamers as well too. Like although I say you guys are a very tight, close knit unit, you guys also support so many other people in the hobby, which is an amazing thing to see. So I love to see it, man.
Thanks, man.
Gonzo, for you, I'm gonna skip it because you have no strengths. KFC.
I was gonna
growing a mullet. Growing a mullet.
He's failing at that right now too. He's failing at the mullet thing right now too.
Yeah. I'm a failure, daddy.
Y'all see how quickly I switch up from being very nice and heartfelt to a complete asshole to him?
It's not because Whiskey
that's
got mentioned
okay.
in the chat.
Because as a veteran, I know you love me because of that. Like, I am one of those personalities. Like, if I'm not giving you shit, there's two things. I either don't know you well enough, or I fucking hate you. Like, so and PBM said it earlier in the chat, like Card Party was a lot like just meeting up with old friends you haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how many people I just like we were talking and then I was like, shut up. And they're like, what? I was like, shut your mouth. Like, okay. But they knew I was joking. So it's like, all right, cool. Like I think only one person that whole weekend didn't know I wasn't joking when I said something to him. And I was like, hey man, I'm joking. It's okay. He goes, oh, I'm not used to this. I'm come from like a really small town. I was like, it's noticeable. Like, why are you so mean to me? I'm like, dude, you're okay. But yeah, it's fine. You guys will all be okay. Except
will we?
You know. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I gotta go to work pretty soon.
You good, Gabe?
I gotta start getting ready and stuff.
No worries, man.
I don't know if he was gonna stick around, but it's getting a little steamy in here. I'll be watching you guys though.
Bet, Fishy boys. I appreciate y'all.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. Hey,
throw some Pidgeys in the chat, guys. Appreciate y'all stopping in here, man. For real.
Yeah, of course.
Anytime.
Man.
Thank you
so
for
much.
Y'all make sure you go show love to Pidgey boys if we could drop their link. Go ahead.
I can't wait to see you at trade night and stuff. You know.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So we're a week away from that.
Can't wait to chill with y'all.
Hell yeah.
It'll be exciting. All right, guys.
But like I was saying,
Peace out.
Card Party, just meeting up with people. Like Chris and I, when we did our trade after we did the box of Paldea Evolved, he wanted that Chien Pao because he wanted it for his deck. And of course, I wanted to be like, here, just take it. But he was like, no, this is like a $50 card. I was like, fine, okay, give me your trade binder. But I wasn't the only one that weekend who like you had to twist their arm to do a trade with people.
Yeah.
Just Joshin like was the same. But even with Chris, it was the same way with somebody else. He was like, oh, hey, here's a card. And they're like, no, here's my binder. He's like, just come on, let me be a friend and take it.
Just take this from me.
But that's how it was all weekend. It might have just been how contagious the positivity was. But at the end of the day, I think most of us would have done that anyways for the friends that were like, because it was just like meeting up with old friends.
Yeah, absolutely. It was weird the fact that there was like no introductions needed. It was just like, oh, like the first person I saw when I got there was Mike with Pokeball. I see you right here, Mike. And it was just like, yo, what's up? And we just talking like as if I had just seen him 5 minutes ago. Like it was nothing, you know?
Yeah.
But so going back, do you have any strengths?
No, absolutely not. None. No.
Come on.
For strengths, it might just be talking without a script.
Yeah.
Like, because I know a lot of content creators write a script, even for pack openings. Like, how are you writing a script for a pack opening?
Yeah.
You have no idea what the hell is coming in the pack.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
do they? Or do they?
Yeah. Well.
Someone's name that rhymes with the balls are inert.
I don't know what the hell's coming. I don't even write I don't even write scripts for my interviews anymore.
Yeah.
I have it like a nice little list of questions to ask the guests, but chat does so good and I've gone better. I'm still working on it. I'm not Shed style or Chris style of, hey, like, oh, the chat's going okay. I'm still trying to keep up with how fast chat grows and how fast it's going, but it's something I'm gonna have to work with. No,
absolutely. It's something that you don't have right away. Like a lot of times you can think you have it, but then like once you get in front of the camera, everything kind of changes. So it's definitely something to get getting used to and trying to figure out what your pacing is and not trying to talk too quick, not trying to talk too slow. Just figuring it out.
Yeah.
KFC, Are you still with us?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still doing paperwork.
He's over there.
You know what he sounds like when he does a yup?
Yup.
It's those aliens from Sesame Street. Like,
all right, KFC. Now that we roasted you.
Oh no, it's fine. No, keep going.
Am I the only one who thinks of those Muppets from Sesame Street?
I don't know. I don't know what Muppets you're talking about, man.
Oh god damn it! I gotta Google it for you.
I know what you're talking about.
KFC, what do you feel like you have some your strengths are within like yourself or your channel, and what you have going for you right there?
Yeah, I don't.
This is like this is a weird like question to ask because like I don't want you guys to sound like, oh, you're gonna make me sound like an asshole like by gassing myself up, but yeah, don't feel like that.
No, I just don't. I don't really see my strengths. I mean, if I had to say that there was something, that's just being a people person, and just it's easy for me to talk to people. I mean, that's pretty much it because I don't really like. Even as a content creator, there's so much that I still have to learn. I've been on YouTube for 5 years, you know, and I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best, but I'm gonna do what I can just to, you know, to be better. You know, I'm my own worst critic. So that's kind of like where it is. So like I don't really I see more of my weaknesses than I see my strengths.
Right. That's a double-edged sword though, man. You gotta sometimes, you know, there's got to be a moment where you're just like, man, I did a damn good job on that. Like even if it's not on this Pokemon channel, there had to have been a moment, like at least on your fishing channel too. They're like, I did a damn good job with this.
Yeah, I don't.
You said no.
You're just like,
It's not. I mean, it's so fishing is. It's really not any. Oh, I mean, it's obviously different than Pokemon.
Yeah.
But like for fishing, like my goal on there is to literally just catch, like not just the biggest fish, but catch a fish on whatever challenge I'm doing.
Yeah.
Being the same epitome as me pulling a hit in a pack. Right, you want to watch the channel, you want to watch the Pokemon channels for them to pull that hit, right? Evolving Skies, you want to pull the Moonbreon or one of the alt arts, you know, whatever it is. Then on fishing, you want to see that person catch, you know, actually catch a fish or complete the challenge or whatever they're doing. Like that, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, you
know. So it's again, I don't know who all does pre-recorded content. I know, Joe, you do a little bit. Mm-hmm. Shed, I just subbed to you, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with you, but I'm going to be. But the pre-recorded content, how many takes do y'all do? Like, but people don't see behind the cameras. Like, you know, when I do my intros, I've taken 20 minutes just to do an intro, and I'll watch it. I'm like, man, my hat's crooked, or like, man, I had something in my eye or just something dumb, you know. So it's, you know, the strengths other than just talking to people and, you know, maybe being an introvert is my strength because I can sit inside my room talking to a camera and I'm not really out like.
It's like, damn, I suck. I've been like tracking like the inflections in my voice during like an intro and seeing how it sounds. Versus more of like, because that's something that I never really took into account. I was like, all right, I'm like the visual I took into account, but not necessarily the audio portion of it because I'm like, all right, why do I sound like that? So I've been more conscious if I'm doing a pre-recorded video of like my inflections to start it and just how I'm saying it, making sure I'm not slurring anything too. Roche's in here. So wait, we take a while doing intros and outros, said Roche. Yeah, I mean, because you know the toughest part too is like when you're opening things. If you mess up something or you say something like weird, it's not like you can just, all right, let me just repackage this and, you know, start from scratch. It's like whatever you say, if you sound like a jackass, you're gonna sound like a jackass during that opening.
Yep, especially if it's an old pack. Like when you open your Japanese, like what was it, fossil?
Yeah.
Like if you've done anything, you're like, I got one shot at this.
Yeah.
Fuck it up.
Yeah, I can't. Like, we're just gonna start over, guys. We're gonna open up.
Like, can I have a mulligan, please? Can you rewind time?
Mulligan. And
I've purposely not put hits in my videos because I've screwed up.
Yeah.
Like it sounds crazy, but it's like I'll say something or. If I feel if I'm too excited or I'm just like, I don't know, I've not put hits in my videos because I'm like, God, I look like a freaking tool belt like right now. Like literally This is dumb.
Tool belt.
You should never feel like you're too excited about doing anything in this niche, though. If you ever feel like you being too excited is something that you don't want to put in, I think that's something you need to not worry about as much, because that's like people want to see you excited. They want to see what you feel.
I want to see
like,
KFC goofy as hell.
Like,
that's what I want to see.
Like that's that's the most genuine
video.
part about being a creator too. So
what were you gonna say, Shed?
My last upload, it only goes for 3 minutes, but it was just pretty much a clip out of the live stream, because I pulled the card that I went through 800 packs trying to chase, and I finally pulled it. So I was just screaming like a lunatic, and I don't really care. It's in the video. So like you have to enjoy it. Like you have to get excited.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting excited when the cards are coming out, there's not much point doing it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, because there's like a lot of backlash, like, oh, the creators just get overhyped for everything, bro. Like, it's not that serious. I'm like, it's not, but especially if you're doing it live in front of all these people and you're vibing with the chat. I think that's something that people don't understand. Like, if you're by yourself, you probably won't get as excited, honestly, if you're by yourself. But because
I don't know, it's an argument to be said though, because like Shed said again, like I'm not disagreeing you to a point.
You're disagreeing with me. I'm kicking him off. I'm just kidding.
But if he opened 800 packs, I would be excited too. After I opened 801 packs, like, oh my god, yes, I finally got it. I could take a nap.
True. Like, that is true. Considering the circumstances for sure.
Yeah. And I do think because we had 41, I think, in the chat, and we were all just like
you feed off each other.
The title was my last Paldea box. Can we pull it? And we fucking pulled it.
Yeah.
So, and the whole chat was going batshit crazy. It was wild. So sometimes you're just vibing.
There have been a few times like that too. Like Steven Kangas Krantz is in here right now, and I pulled him the Aerodactyl on one of those videos or live streams that I named, like the last chance. The last time we're gonna go for the Aerodactyl, and we pulled it finally. Yeah. And I was just honestly, all right, that time I wasn't as excited. I was just more as like straight relief. I was like, oh my god, like,
relieved.
I just fell back in my chair. I fell back in my chair. No, but when I pulled it for myself, that's when I was like, I lost my shit, And there's shorts for both of those moments there too. Tone Loco said, hey, Tone, appreciate you hanging out here, man. Where do you think Card Party 2.0 will be? I'm leaning towards Austin, said Tone. Financially, it would make sense.
Yeah. I would like it to be in San Diego for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I see it being in Texas next year.
Same. Texas or Boston, where they do PAX East. I think one of those two places would be the right choice for it.
Hopefully not Boston.
You got beef with Boston?
I have beef with Powder. No, I don't.
He's not from Boston. He's from New York.
I know, but we were talking about when he was on my podcast, we were talking about it, and he was saying the same thing. He would hope Boston because of he loves the pizza and everything else out there, and it's closer to him. But no, I don't care where it's at. I already bought my ticket, so I have to go either way. But if it was a preference, San Diego or California or Texas.
Yeah, I would like it to be, selfishly, I want it to be in California again because it's more accessible. But
exactly.
Yeah, Texas seems it's right. Texas seems like the ideal situation for Pat to make it bigger and better as he wants to make it, and not have the financial burden just completely triple, quadruple, having it here in California. Texas would be the ideal location, I think, too. And hopefully, Shed, he's talked about eventually in the future, going, even bigger, international at some point too, so that more people could have the opportunity to be there. How close future that is, we're not sure. But the first one was definitely a good starting point, like an amazing starting point, not a good one, an amazing starting point in order to, keep doing this. And yeah, man, I don't know if you guys watched OK J Love's interview with Pat already, but that was an awesome interview. I recommend guys checking out on OK J Love's his channel. He just had an interview with Pat. He dropped that yesterday. It was great. 10 out of 10 would recommend. International card party would be amazing, said Adam A. It would be.
Adam P.
It would be.
After everyone answers their question of what city they would like it to be, I want to know what country, if internationally, would you guys would like it to be after we do all that.
Well, speaking of which, I'm going over the Shed because technically for us, he's international. He's local for himself, but international. So Shed, is there like an ideal city that you would have in mind that Pat would be able to, have some sort of large event like this? Do you guys have card events over there, first of all?
Small ones, yeah.
Small ones?
Small. So it's a shop.
Uh-huh.
And occasionally, maybe once or twice a year, you'll get 10 or 12 shops and they'll get a hall and they'll do their little stands and stuff like that. But it's not on the extreme scale as the States and stuff like that. But it's always good.
Yeah.
But just a very small scale, and there's no real change in the product that you don't see at the shops. Gotcha. So I think you would have to say either Melbourne or Sydney.
Melbourne or Sydney?
They would be the two spots.
Gotcha.
They're amazing places. They're huge. There's some, that's just the go-to. If you come to little old South Australia, we can do it in a farm, but there's not much out here. So you have to go to Melbourne.
You have to go to those big metropolitan cities over there.
You do.
KFC, man, you from Texas. You okay with having it in Texas? Wait. KFC, if they had it in Texas, would you be able to go, or would you want to go?
I mean, I'd go, yeah.
Yeah.
That's home for me.
Yeah.
I don't like the city of Austin. But I mean, it's crazy because I'm a Longhorn fan, but I hate the city of Austin. I don't like it.
Why?
But I mean, oh man, it's gross. Like,
Jay, you've never been to Austin. I get it though.
I've never been to Austin.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I've been there a lot. It's just gross to me. But I mean, I would still go just because it's home. I got family, back home in Rockport, and when my parents do live in the States, they're up in Dallas, so I'm kind of like in between them. So if they're not in their house in Japan, then I can go visit them in Dallas.
It's in Austin. I'll be playing poker every night after the conventions.
Chris gonna be spending more money on poker than the Pokemons at that time.
Bro, all right. It's a funny story, actually. So somebody that I deal to here in Atlanta just won the main event. Like, the guy that I deal to on a regular basis just won $12.3 million in the poker
Jesus.
yesterday. I was like, when I saw the picture, I was like,
there's no way.
Yeah, I was like, oh, God.
That's insane, man.
But that'd be fun. That would be fun. I mean, Austin would be a fun place to go to, though, just in general. I've been wanting to go out to Texas for a while, so it gives me an excuse to go that way.
Yeah. I've never been to Texas, period. So it would be interesting. And, it's going to be weird, though. I'm like, damn, I have to get a plane ticket. Now this is a different conversation with the wife versus, hey, let me just drive down to Anaheim and, make it happen. And this time it'll be a different type of conversation. Like, yeah, I'll be gone all weekend. I'll be fine. It's going to be great. You got the kids? Both of them? All right. I'm going to go play with Pokemon.
Okay.
That's why selfishly I kind of want it to be in California, but if it's in Texas, I will make sure to be a part of it. Ren,
Orlando would be cool too.
Chris is like, you guys over here talking about your home states over here, home cities. I want it to be in Atlanta. Ren,
oh God, Atlanta would be insane, but it'll never be here. Dragon Con's here. It's the only thing we get.
I never want to go back to Georgia ever again. I was there couple years ago for training, and it was the worst fucking weather I've ever experienced in my life. And I've been in Djibouti.
Well, we all know how that went.
Yeah, goats and oh my God. No, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia was fucking brutal. It was for FLETC. And I don't know if you know where FLETC is, the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center is. It's in, I can't remember the county it's in. But I went with one of the black guys that was in my class to a little diner and we sat down, and the waitress was like, "Y'all don't want to eat here," and I'm like, "Why? It looks fine." And my buddy's like balls deep in the menu. He's like, "This looks great." I'm like, "Why don't we want to eat here?" And I look around, just all these old white dudes just staring at us. I'm like, "Oh, got it. We'll leave." And he was like, "But we need." He was like, "But this food looks amazing." I'm like, "No, it doesn't, Chris." And he was like,
Let's
"Yeah,
go.
it does."
Go.
And he was like, "Yes, it does." "Oh, we need to go." I was like, "Yeah, we do." So, man, like some of the people were really nice in Georgia, except that one part. So I was like, "Oh yeah, not going back anytime soon." And then the humidity and not the tsunamis,
tsunamis,
hurricanes,
the storms. Yeah, I went during June, July, and August, so it was the worst time to go. It was disgusting.
That was all bad, man.
And I have family there, and I don't like them.
Powder TCG. On that note, on the 10 months, someone that we do like on the 10-month membership. Appreciate you, Powder.
Man was stuck at the airport in Atlanta and didn't even text me.
Dang.
This guy.
Never mind,
This
Powder.
guy.
Never mind.
Woo.
Powder over here, not even telling anybody when he's in the area. Shh, come on, Powder. Be better, man. Be better.
He was stuck too because the fires, I guess, had planes delayed out of Atlanta, which is weird. We're so far south. I didn't think we would get that Canadian smoke.
Hey, Ricky in here with all the questions today. Appreciate you, Ricky. Pokevault spoke about his wife on the last podcast. How does your significant other feel about your YouTube journey, and do they contribute? Do you, first of all, is everybody in here have a significant other and or married?
No.
No.
But he does have kids.
I do have one. Yes.
One.
And he's a legend. He helps more than you could ask. You know, he sleeves, he loads, he'll help with like the packages, the labels, he'll help with the research, and you know, he's an absolute bloody champion. So he's a huge help.
That's awesome, man. Chris, do you have a significant other that you had to involve with this in any capacity?
No. I got one child, and it is a furry child.
Ooh,
it's not even a normal child.
It's a kitty cat, right?
She's
Nala,
in the other
Nala.
room. She's looking at me like, "Yep, that little fat bastard, come over here." She looked up at me like, "How dare you?
How dare you?
You're talking about me."
She comes start biting my ankles, and she really like legit like I wish I could take the camera right now and show you the face that I'm getting. pure rage. Oh, here she comes.
You have summoned me.
Caves,
no significant other. I mean, when I first started the channel, my ex-fiance we lived separately, like on and off with some stuff she was going through. But she didn't like do anything contribute. So it's always just been me for the most part.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. It's funny. You're not the first person to ask that question. And I didn't realize actually how much it can actually like help you build stuff, because you would be surprised how many ideas you just get from somebody talking to you, even if it's not Pokemon related, just like an event, like, or some specific thing.
Yeah,
be like, that would be a great idea to put into my content. Like, I don't know. I literally just work all the time. That's all I do. I feel like.
But it's a good thing sometimes, because you could just completely focus on like you and your channel or whatever you have for work to do personally, and then sometimes it could be a bad thing because you don't have that. What could be a resource added to either get your mind going with some creative ideas, possibly, or just like little help on the side here and there. Gonzo, I know you have a wife.
Yeah.
I'm sorry again. I'm sorry for her. I'm sorry for her.
We talked about that earlier today. I'm taking Joey to hell with me, and she's not happy about that. she thinks Jay's a good influence.
Yes. Look, Mama, we made it.
No, she really does push me to try and do better. For how much money I put into this, like with cameras, equipment, microphones. She just wants to make sure my money gets put to use. But she was a major push to start the whole YouTube, Instagram, Pokemon thing. But yeah, she every once in a while she'll drop me ideas. She's been in a couple videos. she has really good luck. She pulled a couple Mega Gardevoir EXs from Cosmic Eclipse and some other packs. I don't know when she'll make a return.
Whenever she wants.
Yeah, apparently she makes the rules.
It's very true. That happens very often too. KFC, I know you you're married, right? You're married.
No, I'm engaged.
You're engaged? Okay, you're engaged. Okay. So how has that been? How has that dynamic been? I feel like I've asked you before, and she is kind of a collector herself, or am I wrong?
Yeah, she collects. We're both like Pokemon. We both like, but like she also collects her own little stuff outside of Pokemon just as much as I do. So
yeah,
she's good with it. I think when it comes to what was the question, like, do they contribute or they?
Yeah, what do they think about your like YouTube journey, and have they contributed in any way?
She's been around actually since the beginning of my other channel.
Oh, nice.
So she's been at it, going strong since like 2018. So
damn,
it's been good. I think now that she's got the hormones going with the baby and stuff and pregnancy, like now it's like, oh, you're gonna open Pokemon again? Like, yep, I am. So like I asked last night about going to Collecticon Charlotte. And that got shut down fast.
Shut down quick.
So I think the YouTube stuff. I think what it is she just wants, in case something happens, she doesn't want me to be like 6 hours away. So which is very understandable. So I'm not knocking her or throwing shade at her, because I do want to go to Collecticon. I haven't been to one, but at the same time, like I want to make sure that if something does happen, I can't be there for him.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's the tough thing. I think that was one of the biggest things. One of my most worrisome details when I was at Card Party, because my wife was pregnant. Although I didn't have to be hours and hours away, I was about 40 minutes away. So if something did happen, I could get back, but was definitely a hot button topic, and we were able to make some sort of an arrangement and make it work. But 6 hours, yeah, it probably wouldn't have worked for me either. Let me see. Team Pocket says, what is everyone's goal for their channel by the end of 2023? Do you guys hope? Well, I'll ask you guys if you have goals right now, if you guys are just going through the channel having fun, and are you aspiring to be featured creator at Card Party 2024? Is that aspirations? Everybody got them aspirations? Shed, I'm gonna start with you, because unfortunately, Card Party being here in America, it's a big, it's a big deal. It's a big expense, coming from Australia over here. Now, if your channel was to get, to a significant points platform within that year span, which is very possible, which is not impossible, especially in the YouTube space, because once you get going, there's nothing that could stop you. But say, if you are, just growing as you are growing right now, would going over here to America even be considered?
Yes. For sure. There's a jar. There's a jar, and I get cash. I don't do a cash job, but let's just say the cash goes in a jar, and I am trying to save for it, because I think it would be not just a good experience for my actual channel and good for the channel. I think it would be awesome fun to actually meet the people that you've watched in the lives, meet the people that you've become actual fucking mates with, which you haven't actually met. And that's something that I'm planning to do, hopefully. So
nice, man. It's good that you already have it kind of in the works too, because I mean, we all say like, oh, it's like a year away or however many months away, and by the time we know it, it's already going to be here. So it's good to hear that you're already in the works with it. Do you have any goals by 2024, like for your channel personally?
I don't have goals for a subscriber count or anything like that. I'm not that fast if I end up with 3,000 or 20,000, just as long as the people that do watch are vibing, they have a chat, they come into the lives, because there's a big difference between like your short subscribers and then your live stream subs as well. So I'm quite content on slowly growing, but I just don't want to lose myself on the way. So
yeah, no, it's a good mindset to have because, you know, having a certain amount of success in anything could, you know, you can make it, like you said, you don't want to lose yourself, and that could definitely make yourself be lost and, you know, get addicted, because it could become a drug. It could get your addiction to just that sub count versus the enjoyment you're having on the way.
I think that's where it that's where it started with me. I would check the YouTube every 3 bloody minutes and just see if the views are going up. You check this, and that became your work for 12 hours a day. And then I sat on my phone all afternoon, all night, just hoping the views would come in. And then I found it more of a part-time job instead of fun. You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely, man. For you, Chris, any goals for yourself? And I'm sure, you know, whether everybody would admit it or not, you know, being featured on the Card Party website is, you know, something that I want to be doing again next year. So Chris, is that something you're gonna make sure you strive to be part of?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to be a feature creator for the event. That'd be really awesome. The only 2 goals I really have before the end of the year, I want to be able to successfully do a break of at least one Wizards of the Coast era box on the channel before the end of the year. I'm actually meeting with somebody for a first edition Rocket box this week potentially. So
nice, man.
That'll be nice. But then that was kind of, if numbers wise, I would like to be at 10K if it's possible.
Yeah.
Right now I'm kind of stuck just trying to hit 5. So we are getting close to giving away that jungle pack though, which is pretty sick because we're doing that at 4,000. So I think we're like 80 subs away or something like that.
Nice, man.
So that'll be fun.
Make sure you drop you guys' links. Mods, drop a link for Chris. Drop a link for Shed. If you guys want to drop a link for Gonzo, that's fine too.
Yeah, so I've been trying to source boxes for the Wizard of the Coast box stuff. I was trying to source one at Card Party, but the one I wanted, like, there was no wiggle room. It was a Neo box, and it was just
firm on the price.
My wallet literally ran away from me barking. Like, you cannot afford. No. So I mean, but yeah, that's something that I want to open a set too, because like, so small backstory, like when I stopped playing Pokemon, some of you, I think you might know this, but like I actually got bullied out of, like, when I played Pokemon, I got bullied out of the hobby basically when I was in high school. So, or like middle school into high school. So I stopped. And that was like during like the best time. That was like Neo era.
Neo time, yeah.
And like, so one of the first, that's the reason why I wanted to go back into Neo first. So that would be my first choice for a box, but any Wizard of the Coast set would be amazing. They're all awesome. Like, there's no Wizards of the Coast set that I wouldn't want to open.
Right. It's definitely a bucket list thing for me, especially, you know, us having the Pokemon channel, being able to open up as small creators at this point, you know, all of us are small creators at this point, being able to open up something from our childhood, like on stream, and be part of something like that would be something amazing, man. So that's probably a goal of mine too, at some capacity. Yo, Broly Pools on the gifted membership. Appreciate you, Broly. Thank you so much, man. Damn you. Thank you so much, Broly. Can I do this? Hold on. I think it's letting me buy a membership for you guys too. I've never done that before.
Bro, YouTube's been weird today. It wouldn't even let me raid you before, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I went to go set up the redirect, it says you do not have permission to redirect for anybody, not just you, for anybody in general. Like, I showed my chat and I was like, I had a mod drop your link and I was like, everybody just click
Chris got the membership.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Chris.
Let's blame it on the cat. The cat summoned it, came in screen.
Bro, she literally is right. Like, do you not see her?
I see her.
I saw her go
She
behind
thick.
the chair before, yeah.
She thick. Nala's thick.
You gotta try it
she
again.
thick.
You gotta try it again, Jay. You can't give it to someone on camera. That's not right.
I don't even know how I did that.
I'm gonna fix it. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it.
I didn't know I could do this.
I'm gonna fix it. No, he's gonna donate 17.
Hold on. I could donate another one. I didn't know I could do this, guys. Apparently, I could click on the people that donated a gift.
Ray, congratulations, man. You got it from Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Who got
Appreciate you.
yours?
Damn you, Chris. But thank you, Chris.
Like, Devlin.
Look
Kane
at that
got
kitty
it.
cat. Kane O'Vera. Let's go.
That's not a fat cat. That's a cat that needs some snuggles.
I mean,
She's bigger than me.
yeah, that's a big kitty.
Tell me you're a 13-year-old boy without telling me you're a 13-year-old boy. Giggity.
Hey, KFC, do you have any goals in mind for the channel, and would being
Fucking
featured
Bucky's.
besides Bucky's? We're going over Bucky's. Besides Bucky's, do you have any other goals for the channel, or do you have any aspirations to be part of the Card Party website, or like being featured on that?
I know I actually answered this exact question on Gonzo's thing.
The same person.
Yeah. So honestly, it as I said then, like I wasn't expecting to be where I'm at now.
Right.
In under a year. So I've already kind of hit a goal that I wasn't expecting. But I mean, I'm just taking it all in. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying these types of things that you guys invite me on, which is great. You know, I mean, we're other than hitting 1,000. I mean, we're a little bit. I think 25 away or 30 away from 1,000. I don't know where my sub count is, to be honest.
That's nice, man.
But so we're almost at 1,000, which is great. I got monetized. That's great. But I think the only thing I'm really looking forward to is my first like membership opening, which I think is gonna be awesome. We're doing the top series 1 booster box.
Nice,
so
man.
That's like a goal to pop. You know, I think would be awesome. I don't know much about the Card Party other than the videos I've seen. It would be kind of cool. I just, you know, I don't know. I think right now my daughter is gonna be like the number one thing. So kind of I'm working everything I can around that.
Yeah,
before I think about doing some big stuff, because I'm excited. I want to like include her in some things to get her into the Comic-Con realm. So,
hey, you're gonna sabotage her right away with all this.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I became, maybe it's like I don't know the word for it. Maybe more obsessed, but like I got her like a little. They didn't watch Demon Slayer. I'm a big Demon Slayer fan, so I got a little Nezuko outfit.
Yeah,
I got her like a 0 to 3 month and like a 3 to 6 month like Nezuko outfit. Like,
So good.
I can't wait.
Please tell me you're gonna wear the actual thing on your back and carry her around.
Not at that age. He better not. As a father, he better not at that age. Yes,
I'm just not a handy guy, like to make that type of thing. I'm sure I can just make it out of a cardboard box and paint it, but like, you know, for me, like I'm a Mexican, like I can't do anything. Good.
You'll be fine. Just give it a try.
Yeah, it's not like the same where we put each other in the back of a van and drove off somewhere for an hour. She needs to breathe.
Wait, what'd you do, Gonzo?
You know damn well what we did. You got a Ford Aerostar. There's 6 seats. You have 12 people that need to go somewhere. People got in the back.
Yeah, when we had the camper, my grandpa had a camper in the back of his old Toyota Tacoma. We would just pile up in that thing, hot as hell. Didn't matter how many people were in there. We were just all going in there.
Yeah, and if
to
you
whatever
drove
destination.
by a cop, you motherfuckers better keep your heads down. Is what everyone says.
Technically, it wasn't illegal, was it? At that time.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean at that time? You're not that much younger than me.
In the 90s, was it?
Yeah, yes, it was illegal back then.
They told me it wasn't that illegal. Not that illegal.
No, it's just child endangerment.
It was only semi-illegal, guys.
I mean, I thought handing my dad beers while he was driving was okay until I was in high school. I thought it was normal.
It's pretty casual.
That's the most Texas thing I've ever heard in my life.
Like, sure, Dad, here you go.
Yeah. Hey, boy, give me another can. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. It's
not that illegal. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how illegal is it? Could it be
10?
Speaking of illegal, Gonzo, you're up here next. What any goals? Any goals for yourself on the channel, or do you want to be featured on the Card Party website?
Yeah, of course I want to be featured. That was a goal of mine as soon as I left this year's Card Party. Was like, I got to get on those same steps and soapboxes, Ian and Jay and PBM, all those lovely people. So, but I got to grow the channel first, and that's what I'm doing. But as far as like a major goal, I don't know if it's going to be within a year or sooner, but as a channel goal, I want to get Veronica Taylor on the podcast and interview her. I want to get more voice actors. Cool. Yeah, because Stuart, I didn't expect to get Stuart Zagnit on the channel to interview him.
That was cool, man.
That was
super
crazy.
Dope. That was so cool.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get more of those people.
If you guys don't know, Gonzo was able to interview the voice actor for the original Professor Oak on this channel too. So make sure you guys check out that podcast if you haven't already as well. Which is it's a big feat, you know, a big milestone in itself to be able to do something like that, to, you know, go beyond just the creators that are in here in the hobby and go back to someone that was literally in it.
Part of history.
Yeah.
That's history for a lot of us at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey Jay.
Yo.
Hey, real quick. Sorry guys. I'm gonna jump off here.
No worries.
Because I am getting paid right now. And I feel like I should go out and I'm finished my paperwork, but I just want to thank everyone that jumped in, everyone in chat. Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. And for inviting me onto this. This is pretty fun. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to hop off though.
Hey, no problem at all, man.
All right, man.
Thank you.
I'll DM you later about that jungle box, see if it's still available and see how many they have left.
Cool. Let me know.
All right, for sure.
All right, appreciate you, KFC.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Later.
Right. Chat, see ya.
Take it easy.
Bye. Yeah, there's a local shop that has a sealed jungle box for 7K.
Jungle Unlimited or first edition?
I'll double check that for you.
Because if it's unlimited, that's kind of
high.
A little high for Jungle Unlimited, I think.
I don't know if it's unlimited or first, but I can check. Doesn't hurt. Questions.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably also I'm assuming you can also haggle with them a little bit too, especially if you're going to pay cash. Yeah, I'm assuming you would drive there. I'm assuming somebody wouldn't just straight up pay for it.
Oh, just FedEx it to me. It's fine.
It's a 30-minute drive to my house. It's not a big deal. I can drive there, pick it up for somebody.
PWE the box.
What kind of PWEs do you have?
We got some thick ones over here.
No kidding.
Said no one to him ever.
All right, guys. I'm off as well, guys. It is 12 o'clock here, so I should probably go do some work for the day as well.
Yeah, no problem at all, Shed. Appreciate you being in here, man. Make sure you guys show love to Pokemon Shed as well coming in here. It's early over there in Australia, so he's got to go to work.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the invite, and I will chat with you guys soon.
All right, man.
All right, Shed. Take it easy.
Later.
Seeing you.
Later.
Ricky, yes, I am talking about Invasion. Ricky is also a local sexy stripper, and he knows exactly what store I'm talking about.
Now on the main stage.
Now, Ricky. The waifu hunter.
His stage name has to be Ricky.
Ricky.
Oh, it's on Zoom, so you can't use it.
Yeah, I can't use my freaking soundboard. It's terrible.
You can. You just have to turn the sound up on your speakers the whole way so you can play through, and then you like blow out speakers.
Let's go through a couple more questions, guys. Well, actually, do you guys have any questions that you guys have been wanting to ask in like this realm, the content space, or in Pokemon in general? I feel like I've been like asking you guys questions, but I'm inviting you guys here on. Do you guys have anything?
I have a lot of issues, but you're not a therapist, so I'm good.
Hey, we're keeping it mostly towards the content realm of things. Because I mean, for myself,
so has me saying he just said what?
Still no matches, said Ricky. I've been like seeing a lot of different. I feel like the algorithm slightly changed as far as the short content goes, as far as the live stream goes, and the long form content. I don't know. I've just been seeing. I'm not sure if it's just on my side, but I feel like timing wise, especially for the shorts, has changed for me as far as like when I should drop them. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that on your side too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's short form content, especially the shorts or reels or however you want to use it, depending on what app you're using. It is pee on it, Steven. What the fuck are we talking about?
No, he said, "What I got to do about the sunburn on my head?" I said, "Pee on it."
Pee on it. God,
all
dude,
the acids.
This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, like because we were talking about the other day, like if it fails at one time, you have to just delete it and then upload it 5 minutes later, and all of a sudden it's through the roof. But Roy, Krantz, they were talking about it in chat, like, if you're trying to build a community, you don't want to build it around shorts unless that is what you're going to go for. Because the shorts, they don't watch the long form content. They don't watch these interviews. They don't come for the community.
Yeah.
That's why I only do shorts like maybe 2-3 times a month. Because I'd rather have the community over the shorts content.
What I've liked to do with the shorts now is not necessarily do it because, well, to a point, because sometimes I'll put like a couple hours into it, but that's because I'm practicing on them to figure out how to transfer this into a long form video, you know, whether I did a couple of them with like storytelling aspects to it, and I'm trying to see how like that works out, and, you know, how I can practice here to, you know, sometime incorporate that into a long form video. So, I mean, I encourage people to do that or start with that as far as like practicing their editing or whatever they want to do to make something more than just like opening the pack in front of you. The short form content, I think, is an optimal way to figure out a way to incorporate more than just pack openings in your videos.
Yeah, and it's funny. Team Pocket said something in the chat about them doing good at 12 a.m.
I was about to bring that up too.
Well, I don't know if that's something to do with the back end on YouTube, because I consistently try to post shorts if I do post them at like 4:45 Eastern time, right? But it's like it'll only show like 13 views, and then literally between like 11:30 and midnight, it's like bam, up to 1,000, like within minutes. So I don't know if that's a viewing thing or if that's a YouTube taking time to update and plug numbers in thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And just YouTube's been doing some really weird stuff with like chat lately and just back end stuff. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And to go on the chat thing too, like anytime I'm on mobile, the chat is going weird. Like it's always haywire. I'm like, what the hell's going on with this? Like, I don't know what's going on. I think they're probably messing with things, you know, behind the scenes, and, you know, trying to add, maybe they're trying to add some new aspects to YouTube, and they're just like playing around with their algorithms. I don't know what it is, but yeah, some things with YouTube has been a little weird lately.
Yeah, it also could be because I don't know what times. Well, I don't know what time zone Pocket's in. I can't remember.
Same as me.
That's what I assume. So for midnight for you guys it's 9 o'clock for us. So it could be like maybe the West Coast is picking it up because they're still awake, or even like some people in the UK or overseas are watching it because it's so early for them. But like I posted from 7:30 in the morning, and it skyrockets right away, and then 7:35 for some reason it's nothing. 8 o'clock nothing. 8:30 it goes through the roof. So it might be like it all just could be luck of the draw of when you post, or the timing. But more than likely, I agree with your theory. It's probably just some back end shenanigans that they don't want to do. Confirming donos work again.
Team Pocket with the $5 dono.
Team Pocket coming through. Confirming donos work again. Neat.
Yeah.
Team Pocket, appreciate you, man. Thank you. And I think we've talked about Team Pocket a little bit too. You know, good stuff. You know, coming into the community with something
he
different.
Has so much pressure on him right now. Yeah.
Well, that's nice and reassuring for him now, Gonzo. He's like, hey,
he knows.
Don't mess this up.
Anytime Team Pocket shows up in someone's chat, someone has to bring it up. He knows this. Yeah. DPM even popped up in the chat that when he was on my podcast, and he was like, and DPM said, he goes, I expect good things out of you. And he was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. So, but it's his own fault for doing so fucking hot out the gate. Now you got to keep it up.
Yeah, man.
But
how dare you do good things?
Yeah, how dare you? But he knows we're all here to help him. Like, we're not going to be like, hey, you did too good in the beginning. You're on your own, you little fuck. Like, we're not going to do that to him. We're going to be like, hey,
him for ideas and editing tips.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing sooner or later, because his editing skills, especially in the cooking video, was so good.
Agreed.
I'm trying to see.
I'm still waiting for my curry.
All right. Yeah. So, Chris, Chris, you know how you said that you can use your redirect? I can't use my redirect either.
Yeah. So I don't know if something happened today, but which is funny because we were joking around because Ian popped in my chat.
Yeah.
And I was going to try. I was in his chat earlier, and he had like, I don't know, like 100. And said he got raided 4 times today. So I was like, well, I guess redirect is working. Huh. And then I tried to raid you guys, and I was like, wait, I can't. What's going on? because I like doing that. Like I like ending every stream by rating somebody else. Like even if it's somebody I don't know.
Right.
Obviously, like I try to keep it in the same realm of content.
With like I got a question for you guys about that.
Right.
So is the rating, is it only when you get 1K, or is it you have to be monetized?
To accept a raid or to raid others?
To raid others, because I can accept a raid all day, because that's easy.
Like to redirect, right?
Yeah, to redirect.
I'm pretty sure it's at 1K. I'm pretty sure it's at 1K. Don't necessarily think you have to be monetized by any means, but yeah, I had to have that 1K.
Because I told Steven last night, as soon as I get that, he's going to be the first one I raid.
Oh, Steven collects.
Steven collects, yeah, because he's been around for a long time on my channel, big supporter.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And with his channel up and coming, I want to make sure he knows that I like him a little bit.
Team Pocket, I want Team Pocket. I want those deets. Team Pocket, I want those deets.
I unfortunately don't have the time to master that skill and produce the quality I want. You want the details on that?
Super transparent.
No. He said he's being super transparent. He has an outside editor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly trying to do that myself because I feel like I can be more myself if I'm not under the stress of trying to edit. And I would honestly like Jay Leibs, who's the one that's one of Dan's project people.
Yeah.
He's doing this one for me that I am doing that I'm in the middle of finishing up right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, the cost of like being there to do videography, for the day was like $300.
Yeah.
And then the cost of editing the video is like,
it's expensive.
More than that.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, all right. So you guys saw the video of the flamethrower that I posted, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we were at a range doing a bunch of crazy stuff and it was involving that. But I mean, to be fair, it was super hot outside all day long. So, but the editing side of it, I was curious. What do you guys think about Fiverr and sourcing stuff like that? Just in general, do you think it's a smart move to do it early on, or should you just like take the time and like learn how to do both editing and doing the video stuff? Does it take away from your energy? Does it make you, I don't know, want to do content less?
Right. So I asked Dan that specific question at Card Party, because I told him I'm looking for an editor, and he was like, the best way to do it is to go through your community, someone who already knows what the editing style you're looking for or knows your personality and style already. And he was like, but if you have to use Fiverr, use Fiverr. But he was like, you want to build he was like, if you use Fiverr, you just hired somebody. That's it.
Yeah.
He's like, but if you pulled someone out of your community, not only did you hire someone, it's easier to communicate with them. It's easier to deal with. He was like, I recommend finding someone outside of Fiverr or any of those jobs like that. He was like, go on Instagram, go on YouTube, let people know you're looking for an editor, and send them some. This is Dan's words. He's like, send them a video, tell them exactly what you want, and if they don't do it that way, they're not the editor for you. He was like, because then I even asked, well, what if they have a different thought on a thought process of what can make the video better? He said that's fine, but make sure they follow your exact details first before they try to throw in their 2 cents, because you want to make sure that the person you're working with follows the instructions of what you want, because at the end of the day, you're the one paying them. So He was like, go through your community first, find someone who knows how to edit, someone you're comfortable with. And he's like, community is a really good thing because they know what you're looking for, they know what you want.
And they care. They care too. It's not just
they care. That was his big thing too. Is like he cares. They know. He's like, don't go through Fiverr unless it's an absolute like last minute thing, and maybe you don't even care about the project because you just need to get it out.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the thought of an editor was never a thought. Not because I don't I think it's bad, and not because of that. I just I started off with YouTube just for fun, just doing this, it wasn't really okay, if I'm going to make the video, that's hiring an editor wasn't in the budget for YouTube, I didn't want to do that. It just wasn't a thought, so I tried to do as best as I could with learning the software and watching other creators, not inside this not inside the Pokemon space, but other outside creators and what they do. I'm paying more attention to their transitions, to their their setups to their, you know, scene changes versus the actual video at this point, and like different cues that they have through the video, to try to see if like how can I incorporate that? How can I figure out, how can I grow from that? So yeah, hiring an editor wasn't ever a thought, just because I always felt like, one, you know, that's an extra expense. Like, all right, trying to keep the channel's expense as low as possible right now before, you know, because, you know, it's not seeing income on the video. If I'm seeing income from the channel, is because people are supporting me on the rips, or, you know, on the donos, you know, which for the most part just goes back into the channel regardless. If I want to get to the point where I can say that I made this video and it did well, which, you know, they've done well to an extent, and I think I've grown from it. It's just, you know, I just want to keep on trying to improve it myself before I'm able to hand it off to someone and say, hey, can you do this? Because I feel like if you haven't even gotten to the point where you don't know what your style is or exactly what works for your channel, how is the editor supposed to know? But I guess, you know, that's their job. They're supposed to know. But I don't know. I have like a weird thought process when it comes to that. And I don't like look down on anybody that has the editor or, you know, went that route, because if you have the means to do that, go after it, you know. Any way you can to improve your channel or yourself that's not detrimental to other people, I say do it. You know, I'm always in it to see like people succeed within the space. Yeah.
And don't forget, YouTube University is a great tool. Yeah. Like I use YouTube videos all the time to help me with Photoshop. Even though my skills for my thumbnails aren't the greatest, at least I'm trying. And I'm not saying like just do whatever you can. Put in some kind of effort, and that people will know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
you know, like I appreciate you guys saying that my editing has gotten better every time, man. I appreciate that. You know, I've been trying to, and, you know, taking my time with certain things and figuring out. Yeah, you know, they're over here tooting my horn. But I've been trying, you know, putting in the time, and the one thing we don't all have is the time, and that's why a lot of us just can't, you know, pay someone to do it, because I literally can't. I just don't have the time. There's so much other things going on. So when I have the time, or if I'm up late doing it, then that's when I'm doing it.
Yeah, Team Pocket brings up another great point. In my opinion, it's a matter of how much value and you spend your time is unique for each person. Because because we have, well, you and I have wife and kids. Yeah. Chris has his cat, but he also has a full-time job.
That's a thick cat.
Yeah, like I have to pay for a home and feed that fat cat all the food
exactly.
And then that she needs to eat to stay that fat. So,
KFC has a fiance at home with a baby about to come and a full-time job. Like time is precious to everyone. Yeah. Like if I was still working, I probably wouldn't be able to come on here, because I worked 14-hour days. If I was lucky, 14-hour days, but I was also working nights. Yeah. So I'd probably be in chat derailing shit every once in a while. But it all depends on how much time you have and how much time you're willing to spend.
Yeah, and it's the time versus the money too, you know. Yeah. I got to a point right now. I think I have a little bit, which is weird. It's counterintuitive, because I have a little bit more time, although I have a new baby. But that's only because I've been able to, you know, take some time off of work. So like at nighttime, like I'll be editing, or I'll just practice editing like on my phone or whatever I'm doing. And then, you know, I'm sacrificing sleep because the baby's asleep. I should be asleep, but here I am doing this nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Sean talked about that a lot. I think one of the last times he was like, I think he talked about it on your podcast, actually. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's tough for him. He's like, okay, everything's done. Now I'm going to go into the den and work on stuff. And it's like, for me, you know, the hours I work, 'cause dealing poker, like the hours are weird. So it's like some nights, depending on what gig I have, I can start working at like 7 p.m. and not get done working till 10 a.m. the next day. Yeah. So, I mean, the one job that I have at a poker room right now, I'm working like 1 o'clock to 7 or 8 o'clock, which is pretty consistent. Yeah. But at the same time, that's not the only thing I'm doing. I'm going around, I'm trying to sell collectibles, like sports cards and stuff like that, purchasing collections, going and selling them other places, try to make up just like cash flow, because I try to give away a lot of stuff on my channel. Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, I don't really make any money on my channel, so I have to have the funds to be able to give that stuff away. Right. And I can't, unfortunately, yet rely on my YouTube channel to be able to provide the funds for that. So and that's something I'm working on right now.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Like, even though you guys have a couple thousand and you are monetized, Joey and I talked about this weekend. you don't just because you made 1,000 subs and you're monetized doesn't automatically mean you're making hundreds of dollars from YouTube. It's like you're making a couple dollars on the dime or whatever. So you still do have to, like Vault talked about it here. He has almost 100,000 subs, and he still has a full-time job.
Yeah.
Rev has over 1 million subs, still has a full-time job.
No, he doesn't.
Mm-mm.
No, he doesn't.
I thought he did.
This is his full time. His store and his eBay store are probably his full time job.
Yeah. Like everything
But it's still all YouTube
but again,
related.
he's still supplementing it with something else.
Well, yeah. Because I mean,
that's the point I'm making. Like, just because you're monetized doesn't mean you're going to be making bank off YouTube right away. It's not going to work that way.
And that's why, like, when everybody's donos, like, it was like, you don't have to donate. We greatly appreciate it. Like, it helps the channel. It really does. It really does help the channel. So, like, you guys don't understand.
It helps the channel, not you.
Yeah.
That's the point. It's not going to go to your bills. It's going to go back to the community.
Yeah. And I sold off quite a big chunk of any of the collection that I had right now in order to like take some time off, like to be comfortable taking extra time off from like working and stuff, and be around like the family more, and you doing YouTube and stuff like that too. So it's like kind of like that give and take. You pick your spots on what you want to do. Speaking of picking your spots, I see Steven Krantz. What's going on, man?
What's going on, you guys?
Damn, look at that sexy voice. How you doing?
Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't help but jump in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I seen all these handsome faces. What's up, Chris?
What's been up to?
What's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm just like you guys were just talking about. Like, this is the time when there is like time to get things done. I know I was messaging you about copyright claims.
Yeah.
From like music that you have licenses to. And that's what I'm doing right now, because like I'm in this like weird limbo where I'm like kind of monetized, but I'm not.
Yeah.
You're semi-monetized?
Yeah, you have the
like,
memberships.
They're like, you can have supers, but you can't have memberships.
Oh,
and so like I chatted with someone, I was like, why not? And they don't give you a direct answer, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So you literally have to go in to each video and manually upload the license for every like piece of music. If you use like a sound, I don't know so much about sound bites, but music in general, you have to go in and upload the license if you have it.
Yeah.
And before you're actually monetized, you don't even see the options to dispute it until you are
monetized. And then at that point is when you have to go back.
Yeah. So there's doing it for like 19 videos right now. And it's the same, it's the same 10 licenses. But yeah, I mean, this is the time when you can get stuff done,
Yeah.
So
what's funny? Like when I was about to hit like monetization, I was looking at my past videos. I'm like, I'm just going to delete this. I'm just going to delete this. I'm just going to delete this. I don't care.
Right. Like Stock said, YouTube audio. No, for sure. And I'm starting to consider it. But at the same time, it's like, I thought that I got these licenses. Like I thought this was okay, but we're figuring it out. You figure it out.
Yeah. I mean,
it also helps if you put that license in your description, apparently.
True. But yeah, I mean, YouTube is just one of those things that you figure out on the way a lot of times. But this is another time that, having other people and being part of some sort of community can help, because you kind of can bounce ideas off each other and like figure out like, hey, this happened to me. Did this happen to you? Trying to get to the bottom of it. Sleepy, I appreciate you being in here. Yeah, Laura, what it's like 40-60 split for super chats? 70-30. You get YouTube takes 30, I think. JS2, what's going on? Welcome in. Did you guys watch Pokerep stream today? I didn't watch his stream today, but I saw he pulled the gold star after the fact. I think
first pack or second pack.
Was it really that early on?
Yeah, it was like one of the first 2 or 3 packs for sure. It was the Flareon.
Jeez, I saw Jeff the Ref posted on IG, so I was like, all right, I gotta go look real quick.
Old guy pulled the first couple packs.
Yeah, old guy Pokemoner that's in a lot of our chats actually purchased a pack and was on his stream. Didn't get anything. I think it was a non-holo. It was him and the person after him got the same non-holo rare.
Damn,
so I was like,
that's the worst.
Those packs were not cheap. Those packs were like 400 or 450 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's inexpensive.
Like, it's rough.
So, yeah, it can be really bad, man. And that's why too. Like I always get worried with like doing older packs or breaks like that, that's probably a worse feeling than like, hey, we're going to be opening Chilling Reign tomorrow on the channel, guys. But if someone doesn't get a hit out of here, I don't feel as bad versus if they're opening like the like Flashfire, if they're opening Flashfire or something like that, you know?
Yeah,
and they don't get a hit. Yeah, friggin' Flashfire. It's the worst. And you're just like, oh.
We had somebody last week, so they're friends of mine locally, and they wanted to trade for packs, and I was like, I feel so bad doing this. So I gave them 3 packs of Flashfire for an Arceus Dialga Palkia alt art.
Okay.
We didn't pull anything in their 3 Flashfire packs. Like,
Damn.
they were all regular holo rares, and I was like, I was like, are you sure? I was like, I know you really want these, but I'll still do it if you really want to. I was like, I really didn't want to because I have so much pressure on me.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's brutal. And then we had I think you were on the stream when we did all those team up packs. Old guy Pokemon, or same guy, bought like, I think in one day he bought like 15 of those packs, like within 2 days or something like that. And like, I think the best cards we pulled from were like Prism Stars. I was like, man, he just had such a bad run. But at the same time, he buys packs from other people too. So like, he buys from a lot of different channels.
Yeah.
He hits an alternate art Sylveon Gardevoir from, what was that, Unbroken Bonds. He was in Full Metal Energy stream, bought like a pack or 2 of 151 and hit SAR Erica.
Nice.
So like, I mean, he's in a lot, so his variants at least balance out.
Yeah.
But I get scared putting that kind of money in. Like, I got super lucky on the last one for me, but I mean, all my luck until then was terrible. 3 jungle, 3.
Can't believe you pulled the Charizard, man.
Me either. It's a PSA now. It's a PSA now.
If you guys don't know, Chris bought into Sean's Days base set box opening, and he pulled a Charizard. One of the 2 Charizards that were pulled that night, right?
Yep, it was the second one. And it was so crazy, too, because I was watching in the middle of the store because he did the stream early.
Yeah.
And I was, like, at the counter of the store with one of my buddies that was behind the counter watching. And I just, like, I'm watching. He does that little thing where he peeks or look at the card. And I'm waiting. And Mochi messages me in Discord. He says, holy shit, congratulations, before I saw the card. So I was
awesome.
Like, I got goosebumps, and then the card came out, and I started running laps around the store. I'm still trying to get security footage. I want the footage. I want the footage.
Security footage. All right, so Lisa has a question in here. We'll start with Steven on this because he just came in right here. And I think we'll go for like another 10, 15 minutes, guys. And then we'll probably call it after that. Talisa said, were you scared, intimidated to upload your first video in a market that feels saturated? I have ideas for videos, but I get too nervous to shoot my shot.
Yeah, if you're nervous, it's you're doing the right thing. Like I just like firmly believe if for some reason you feel nerves, it's probably because you're trying to do something you're gonna better yourself. I know you do. I know probably, I don't know if you, Gonzo, or Chris, you guys do, but there are some, I feel like some streams I'm nervous. I'm definitely nervous. Like, you're nervous before you go do it, and then after it starts, you're like, why was I nervous? Like, we're doing this to have fun. Yeah. So I mean, that's normal.
It's definitely normal. You should have some sort of, not anxiety, but a little nervousness. You're getting in front of a bunch of people that are here to watch you. The eyes are on you. So it's, there's always some nerves or butterflies that go along with it.
Absolutely.
Chris, for you, how about yourself? Scared, intimidated to, start this journey as far as uploading or live streams?
Live streams were a little bit more nerve-wracking for me, I feel like, than uploads, because uploads are fine because you're just in front of a camera and you upload it. You can be nervous about what the outcome is going to be, but it's not as nerve-wracking because people aren't reacting to you in real time.
Right.
But definitely for uploads, it was funny because I didn't start out, in Pokemon when I started. I started as just like a couch streamer for video games. But then I got into Magic the Gathering stuff and then back into Pokemon. And recently this year when I did that 11-hour live stream for Crown Zenith, we opened like 1,500 packs. I'm like, okay, I just invested, $6,500 in sealed product to open in one stream. That was like an oh shit moment. Like, I was just like, I hope this doesn't fucking suck.
And that's nerve-wracking. That is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's a lot. When your investment level is so high and you're like your fear of failing is high, it definitely like it's like compound interest for sure.
Yeah.
But I like being on here with you guys. Like the first time I got on with you, I think I was super nervous about being on the podcast.
Oh, really?
Like just being in there with you guys, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna jump in. That's why like, you know what? Just go for it. I'm just gonna go.
Just do it. Just do it. Gonzo, do you get nervous?
No, because I have no shame.
That's true.
Yeah, I literally will come in, be me, and just hang out with people. But it's probably because I will give it to the military, even though they fucked me up mentally on a lot of levels. It's probably because of that law enforcement and doing security for as long as I did that I can just go out there and talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But and that's.
So you never felt nervous. What about when you got raided by DPM? Like, did you have any sense of like nervousness, like when that was happening?
It's funny that you brought that up because I talked about earlier today on the Instagram live I did with Robo Skills. The first time I wasn't nervous because, like, I don't want to say like, oh, it sucks. I knew about it, but let's be honest, I knew about it. Dan was in the chat. He asked what time I go live and everything. And I'm not saying I go live on Mondays after Pat for that specific reason. It's just that's when I had time during that time.
Yeah.
So that we all knew it was coming. That's probably why you and a lot of people were there early, so you can see my reaction. So like, yes, it was genuine. Like, oh my god, it actually did happen. But it was still like I knew it was coming, so it wasn't there. But yesterday, I did not know it was coming, and I was like, hold on, guys. Like, I had to tell Pidgey, was like, stop, wait, I don't believe this is happening right now. Like, wait, what's going on? There's a raid. Oh, it's a DPM raid. Oh, okay, I got this. Hi, everybody. So it's not that I got nervous. It was just like I wasn't prepared, but you have to be able to get back on your feet really and hold that crowd.
Yeah.
And we were talking. I don't know. Yeah. We were talking about it earlier. They go from an opening stream. I think we were talking about before the podcast started today. They went from an opening giveaway stream to a 3 guys, because it was the Pidgey Boys just talking to each other.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to make sure the chat is involved with what you're talking about to make them stick around.
Absolutely. It's a tough thing to do, especially, you know, like I said, going from openings to podcasts, most of the people won't give a crap, to be honest, especially because they're not involved with your community at that point to want to be involved with it.
Yeah. Cause I think it was like, it was today. I just don't remember if it was during this podcast right now or before you hit the live button.
Yeah.
DPM on average has 800 to 1,300 people in his live streams at one time.
Yeah.
He rated and it was already at 400. Only 400 people came with him. So people are already leaving because they don't want to go to their channel. But it's your job once they get there to hold that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And there's a learning curve to it too, like how you react, you know, keeping that retention going. It's a tough thing to do, but eventually, you know, you kind of settle down and you're like, okay, let me just stick to myself, like be myself. I think one of the things that caught me off guard the most was obviously when Rev rated me. If Ian was here, he'd be like, oh, he's talking about the Rev rate again. Yeah, fuck it. Because I mean, it was a channel changing experience.
Laura.
It is a channel changing experience.
Yeah.
I saw what Laura said, God, they're talking about you.
So what real quick, what she's talking about, I did an 18 and plus only stream on my channel. Like I made sure, like if you clicked on it, YouTube would ask, there's content. Are you an adult or do you have to be signed in? And I deleted it because it got raunchy really quick. But that was the intention of the whole stream. There will be a part 2 of Community Conversation After Dark podcast coming soon. I just don't know when. Hopefully no more. There will be more shit stories because I have a ton of them.
We can put it in CTR's Discord. I heard it'll have a perfect home there.
Oh, well, send me the link to his Discord and I'll be all about it.
Just put everything in there.
That was hysterical.
Raunchy it was. Yeah, we talked about Joey was there for the dick grabbing story.
I was there for the first one. No, the funny thing is when he did that podcast,
you were still at the hospital.
I was in the waiting room because my wife was at the moment getting the epidural in her back. So I had to go outside in the waiting room. Yeah, and I was just waiting. So I was like, what am I going to do? I guess I'll watch Gonzo's stream for now. So I was just in there watching Gonzo's stream for a while. I didn't say anything, too, because I didn't want to railed into the conversation too much. I was just watching and everything, but it was interesting. It was interesting. I was supposed to be on the podcast, but my wife's water broke earlier that morning. I was like, hey, can't make it. Sorry, man.
Okay. Yeah, and some like I told you, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna say you had a family emergency. It's not my business to tell people what's going on. And I think only one person was like, "Is he okay? What's happening? Is everything okay?" I was like, "Fuck, I don't fucking know. You go call his mom. I'm not his mother." Yeah, only one person got a little out of hand. But that got squashed pretty quick.
It can happen too, especially when you're talking about it on stream.
Yeah, and I even said, I was like, all I'm gonna say is he had a family emergency. You can't make it. End of conversation.
Yeah,
because you were in the thumbnail, so people were gonna ask.
I like how you didn't take me out of the thumbnail.
I didn't have time.
Oh, okay. I was still there in the middle, like.
Yeah.
Guys,
I was like,
do you have any other like closing thoughts? Do you have anything coming up on the channel right now, guys, that you guys want to talk about? Stephen Collects, do you have anything coming up on your channel? Stephen, that's a Stephen Collects. Kangas Krantz.
This is still Stephen. One Stephen, right? A Stephen's a Stephen.
I meant Kangas.
So I've been able to get a very limited, just like you, boxes of 151. Yeah. And I've been trying to like, instead of sell boxes, trying to like do like a break.
Yeah.
You know, like 2-3 packs at a time. I think we're gonna do another one this weekend. I just have to put it together.
Yeah.
And it's been absolutely nuts the last 2 that we've done. We have some insane luck right now, so we're just gonna ride it. We got to do it.
Hey, if you got the high hands, man.
Hell yeah.
It's exciting. It's really fun. It's been good, man.
Chris, what do you got coming up on your channel, man? You said you got a video in the works. I'm excited to see what that's going to turn out like, man.
Yeah, so hopefully I think the turnaround on that, I think Jay said something like maybe 2 weeks potentially. I have to send him some like B-roll, like voiceover footage for certain spots. And I think actually, hopefully he'll send me the Dropbox tonight to send him some stuff. But
nice.
I don't normally stream Saturdays, but I don't have softball this Saturday. So I'm going to be doing a Lost Thunder break this Saturday, hopefully. So
nice, man.
Yeah, so that will be a fun one. Hopefully it's better than our last break. Our last break was so bad. We did Unbroken Bonds. It was so bad. It was like, well, I mean, to be fair, let's be real. Like a 5-6 hit box in Sun and Moon is not terrible because that's usually about what the average is,
right?
And we did pull a female welder full art, but it's still nerve-wracking opening Sun and Moon boxes for breaks because like at least it's not super expensive sets, but it's still that do you feel, I meant to ask you this, do you feel like that pressure, like when you're opening even stuff that's not super old, but like XY Breakthrough stuff like that, like do you feel super big pressure when you're opening a box like that?
XY Breakthrough like saw a nice little jump in price too, so it sucks because of that, because I was planning on getting one earlier in the year, but then I waited a little too long and then it went up and I was like, all right, let me just hold off on it, and then it went up a little bit more, and that's when I got it and I was like, god damn it, I waited way too long. But yeah, I for sure feel pressure whenever I'm opening up something older. You know, we've had pretty decent luck with certain sets. Like when I had my Unbroken Bonds opening, we pulled the Rainbow Blastoise and the Sylveon Gardevoir alt art in the same box.
Nice.
But actually, Gonzo got the Rainbow Blastoise.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Came back in 9.
Came back in 9, unfortunately.
Yep.
That's the one with the Piplup, right?
No, it's just Rainbow Blastoise full art.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we've had good luck with certain breaks, bad luck with other ones. But at the same time, I think I've done this long enough where I don't like, not that I don't feel bad, but you know, I kind of go in with the understanding, like, you know, we may not get it. We may not get it. You know,
I just wish I could.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's tough. I was gonna say I wish I know how to handle the emotional part of it, where it's like you can stay so neutral when somebody has a bad open and be like, "Hey man, sorry we couldn't pull anything for you," and like just keep going and not harp on like doing bad for that person. Like,
I've tried.
That's one thing.
I've tried to ease it. I've tried to ease it. You know, like, oh man, unfortunately we didn't get you anything. I'll throw in like an extra hit or something for them. You know, I have it next to me, even if it's not like a huge massive hit. You know, I still have the desire to want to be like, all right, like, no, you went 3 packs deep into this and got absolutely nothing. Let me, you know, do a little something for you. Yeah,
that's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what this is for. And it's
But
just
I
like-
think-
I mean, you got to have it. And I mean, hey, you break a box, like there are some people they just got to take the L's, you know. That's all part of it.
But
Like, we all support each other, you know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're buying into it, like Jay finally failed me, like it was a couple weeks ago for I don't remember what set it was. It was an older set, but it was at the end of the day. I was like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I spent my money knowing what the odds are.
Yeah.
Because we should be all adults if we're buying something online for something like this.
Yeah.
But like it's gambling at the end of the day. It's just legalized gambling.
And I think not dwelling on it too long, especially on stream, is a big thing. Like, don't unfortunately, when you get you anything, let me get you something here from the hitbox, and then keep it moving. I think the quicker you do it, the better it is. The more you linger about it, I think the worse it is, especially for like yourself, for that person, because they feel worse even longer.
Yep.
And depending on the person,
chat,
they'll feel cheated.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I want to make sure. That's like, if I'm going to be working on something, like as we're doing bigger breaks now, because I feel like all of us are even trying to do that. Like we're all trying to like start moving that back and go into like black and white and start pushing in that direction. Like, I mean, Pocket did that plasma freeze or plasma storm or something recently, right?
Yeah, plasma
blast. Yeah, so it's like he did that. You've been doing XY.
Yeah.
You've been opening up. You got flash fire packs and like your mystery boxes.
Yeah.
And I just see a lot of people doing that. And it's just like, that's one thing I want to try to do better, because I feel like I have trouble sometimes moving on from stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to just be like, okay, sorry we couldn't get that for you. But then we're talking about our bonus hits thing, and I know I'm taking too long while you guys are trying to get out of here.
No,
but,
you're good.
But if you're doing a Wizards of the Coast box, you can't just throw a bonus card.
Yeah, it's not
from
gonna
your
be the
thing
same.
that might be like a promo card or like a VMAX card or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just throw that in there.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's frustrating when I know when I get to that spot when I open a vintage box, I'm gonna be like,
I'm maybe I'm the complete opposite on that thought. Like if I'm buying like 10, 15 packs of modern and I don't get a hit, I'm gonna feel like, damn, that sucks, because that's that. But like if I'm buying a vintage pack, you better know damn well what you're getting yourself into. If you're spending upwards to $70 or more for one pack, if you lose, you lose. That's your fault for buying that. Because at the end of the day, it is money, yes. But like we said earlier, it's gambling. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You could very much well put that $70 towards modern packs and got the hits you wanted. But yeah, for modern, I would, if I'm buying 10, 15 packs and I don't get a hit, hey, that's cool. You don't have to, but if you give me something from your pool box, awesome. But if I'm buying vintage, don't give me shit.
Yeah, I think there has to be there's a different mindset. There's a different mindset from someone that's gonna pull like a buy into like a Sun and Moon box versus a vintage box. There has to be a different mindset for that person, and they have to go in with the understanding that like I might not get anything. I
agree with that. I'm just
like
an
if you're
empath,
opening
so.
Jumpstone, getting a non-hollow Wigglytuff.
Gonzo, on your channel, what do you have coming up, man?
Monday I have just Joshin for my one-on-one interview for the week.
Nice, man.
I am working on interviews with Opossum Bud, Robo Skills. There's so many people on the list to come up, but I am going to Collecticon Long Beach. So some of those might be put on hold. They might be on different days, not on Mondays. But for sure, the only one set in stone right now is next week. Just Joshin, 5:30 p.m. PST.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Make sure you guys always check out Gonzo on Mondays. Chris, what's your streaming schedule?
Tuesdays at 6:15 on Tuesdays Eastern time. I'm on the weird time schedule. Like you guys. It's nice and early for y'all right now. Somewhat early.
Steven,
So yeah.
How about you?
What time?
Yeah. Tell them what time you're on. I know you're on Saturdays.
Yeah, it's typically been Saturdays around 9. I mean, which is helpful, you know, because everybody knows. You know how YouTube is. It's set for everybody to get notifications, but they don't always get them.
Yeah.
And we've tested it. I don't understand it, man. It's okay, YouTube. Hey, YouTube, I see you out there. Don't worry, we're coming. Okay, it's all good. But yeah, it's typically Saturdays at 9.
Gotcha. 9 Eastern, right?
Yeah, that's right. 9 Eastern. You got it.
for me, tomorrow we're gonna be doing Chilling Rain opening, 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you guys want to come back for that. After that, our next opening stream will probably be on Sunday. We have a live stream we're going to be doing from a LGS in San Diego next Tuesday, a week from now. So I'm going to be looking forward to that a lot. Can't wait for that. Get to meet up with Gonzo, Ian with Ian, Pidgey Boys, everybody over there.
That.
What?
So I was gonna say, I forgot I got something for you for a gift, and I'm making content out of it because we're gonna end up fighting.
All right. Well, apparently I got to make sure I bring my actually no gloves. I'll just tape up my wrist. Tape my wrist to make sure.
No, it's straight up deathmatch style. We're gonna blood sport. We're gonna rub our knuckles in shards of glass.
I'm glad you said rub your knuckles.
Dizzy hippie, absolutely.
Jay, I see a question. This is actually a sweet question.
Yes.
Before you guys go,
Dizzy.
Marks 2238. They asked, what are your top Pokemon cards you pulled of all time? It could be when you were a kid or currently. Best card you have in general.
I have one at the top of my head, and I know Jay's gonna make fun of me for it because it's a Charizard card.
I was about to. Mine's a Charizard card though too. But when I was a kid, Shiny Charizard, Shiny Charizard from Neo,
Yeah, I did pull base set Charizard when I was a kid, but it got stolen. So in my collection though at the moment is a fire red leaf green Charizard that I pulled when I was a teenager. It came back as a PSA 9. So who wants to buy it off me? Just a couple $100. No big deal. Oh, I think it's almost $1,000 now for a PSA 9.
Damn,
last time I checked. Yeah,
it's up there.
That's pretty dope.
Almost $1,000. I think it's legitimately like maybe $700-800.
Sheesh. Chris, how about yourself?
If we're going to when we're kids, first edition Charizard, 5 of them to be precise.
5?
Excuse me, sir.
No, I do not have them. I do not have them. They all went into my pocket. Well, because I played competitively.
They all went in my
That's the only
pocket.
reason why I remember. That's the only reason why I remember specifically. And I actually don't know where they ended up because I know I only traded one of them. That's one thing that has haunted me since I got back into the hobby. But outside of those, like from when I was a kid, that's really tough, man. Because I'm trying to think. Honestly, I've opened so much product, and almost none of it's been for myself. no joke. Like I feel like
Jay,
I don't know.
Want it?
I do.
Yeah, Jay, you.
Ooh.
Jay, you go, and I'm gonna realize someone else go, and I'm gonna think about anything that I pulled recently. I'm just thinking.
Well, recently for me, one of my favorite on-stream pulls was for Clampy, the secret rare Charizard from Flash Fire. We pulled the Umbreon multiple times from Evo Skies. Personally, when I pulled my Umbreon, that was an awesome moment. When I pulled my Rayquaza VMAX Altart and my Aerodactyl Altart, that was tops. That was tops.
Umbreon's recorded?
What?
The Umbreon's recorded? I didn't see it.
Yeah, there's from one of my first pre-recorded videos, I pulled the Umbreon VMAX. And then I think it was probably the second or third video. I also pulled the Umbreon V Altart in that same Evo Skies box. And then I pulled the Umbreon VMAX for Kano before too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kano has stupid luck just like I do on your channel.
Yeah, Kano got it. Hey,
Who-
James
who-
and Elaine, appreciate you guys. Thank you, James, coming through on the raid. Hope the stream is going well for you, man.
Just out of curiosity, because I know you guys are mostly rip and chippers to an extent. Who do you think has the luckiest? Who's your luckiest buyer? Like your regular buyer?
Oh man, who is that?
Because I don't think I buy I do buy enough. I do buy a lot from you, and I had you legitimately only failed me once out of 6 times.
Honestly,
but I feel like other people have better luck because they get better hits.
Kangas Krantz came out the gate swinging. He pulled the. He's over here smiling because he knows it's true. The first 3 openings, he pulled the Giratina V Altart, he pulled the Espeon VMAX Altart, and then he pulled the Aerodactyl V Altart. Out the gate.
That's luck.
Out the gate. After that, it's been pretty bad though.
But
As of late.
anytime this one person buys from you, you're like, man, you're the jealousy starting to boil up kind of purchase because you know they're gonna get something good.
I've never had any jealousy boil up though. That's the thing. But I'm more excited. It's honestly more excitement than anything. It's excitement over anything. Yeah.
That's a good. As someone who buys from Rip and Chippers constantly, I like that answer. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people do too, because now it's like, all right, cool. You're separating yourself. From your own business.
You have to, 100%. It's not like
Whatnot does not do that. That's why they end up. Oh, you got a card.
They steal it. They stealing. Ooh, they stealing.
It's a leafy
podcast completely just on that stuff because that stuff's so scummy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's like an entire podcast subject by itself, for real.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's wild.
Oh yeah. We should talk about the inner workings of whatnot at some point.
I think a lot of people have really good luck with Surge.
So yeah, Surge is different though. Surge just moves different.
Yeah.
Steven.
Ooh, they steal it.
Steven, lastly, what about for yourself? Like the best card you ever pulled, or your favorite pull for the stream?
I feel like the best card that we pulled, like if it's like a personal card for me, I would say the same, like that one of those Charizards from when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Just like the one that you got, when one of my parents had brought like a pack home, and it was a Charizard pack too, and I still have the wrapper for it. And then on stream, like honestly, it's not like a super valuable card anymore, but the Miriam, just because like you were in there, Jay, like I feel like everybody was there.
It was the moment versus the card. It was the moment.
Yeah, we were like all going towards that common goal, and it was just like it was so crazy to see it. I was like, you got to be kidding me! Just absolutely nuts.
Chris, did you have time to think about a more modern day opening?
Yeah, so there's Jim Comos is his name, is a gentleman that was on my channel that had like the sickest luck. Back-to-back Champions Path streams hits Rainbow VMAX Charizard. Back-to-back streams. I get Evolution's product 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of the craziest packs I ever opened. Reverse Charizard into Charizard.
Oh,
in an Evolution
no.
I saw that short.
Yeah, so that was probably outside of the God pack from Tag Team All-Stars. I think that was probably like the craziest moment. But the Tag Team All-Stars was on Twitch, so I don't even have like I have the footage of me freaking out. Oh my God, is this a God pack? And then like the first card, and then the clip ends. That's all I have.
Oh no, that sucks.
But yeah, I definitely think the Charizard thing with Jim was pretty cool. Like it was like 3 streams in a row, just silly luck.
That's sick.
Straight silly luck.
That's sick.
Yeah,
man. Guys, I appreciate you, everybody coming through, taking the time to be in here on the podcast. At some point, we'll have to have Steven on solo, Chris on solo. Gonzo, you haven't even been on solo. So sorry, guys. I probably had to have Gonzo on solo first because he's been waiting the longest.
No, I think I have been on solo.
Have you?
I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
I just work here, man.
Dude,
for how many
24 podcasts. 24 podcasts at this point, man. I'm blown away by the support that you guys have shown me. Make sure we drop Kangas Krantz's link, Chris PY TCG's link, Gonzo's link. Make sure you sub to them. Show them love. The community has been amazing to me, so I want you guys to make sure you guys are amazing to everybody in here. We will be live again on the channel tomorrow. Gonzo, shut up, man.
No, I was reading Laura's comment. No.
I muted him.
No.
I muted him.
Not this time.
Oh no. he learned how to use the buttons. No.
Sorry, it was just funny because Laura was like, no. I was like, God, no. Thank you for
that's why we can have nice things.
On.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let the record show I'm the only one on the thumbnail again, though.
I know. Love it. Love it. Chris's link is in the description though. Steven isn't. Sorry, Steven.
It's all good. No, I'm glad that you sent me a link so I could hang out.
Hells yeah, man. Mods, can you what?
Oh, sorry.
Mods, can you guys drop Cuz's link? Can we drop Cuz's link for his video, his live stream right now? You guys got me out of sorts right now. over here trying to
Oh, yeah, you
multitask.
can't rate. You still can't.
Oh, that's
rate.
right. You
Yeah,
can't
I can't raid.
I was
I can't.
like, why? That's weird. I've never had you ask.
Yeah,
never
for
done
some
that
reason
before.
it won't work. Can we drop the link to his video, not his channel, but his video that's going on right now, his live stream, so that we can go over there and give hopefully a small raid, for anybody that clicks on that link. Eddie Broski is celebrating 2,000 subs. He's opening a
Let's
product,
go.
having a good time. So make sure you guys go show love to Cuz.
Joey out here thinking he tells us what to do.
Damn Skippy.
She's gonna cause a mutiny. You know that, right?
Thank you so much, Stan Fam. Thank you so much, Ricky. Make sure you guys hit that link to go watch some actual Pokemon openings and not just 4 people talking. All right, guys. Until next time, which is going to be tomorrow. Chill and rain. Be there. Be square. Fire chicken incoming. My name is Joey. You can call me Jay. This is Gonzo. This is Chris Pod. This is Steven. Right there. Let's go. Later, guys. Go show love to Cuz.